So, people, my people, we're live, guys. We're live, guys. We're live. Like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We'll be talking about Harry Maguire being stripped of the captaincy and also be given to Cristiano Ronaldo. Is it the right move? Some people are clamoring for Lapio Pogba. People are saying Rafael Varane. Some people are saying David De Gea. So, who is the right candidate for United captaincy in terms of going forward for the long-term future? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Tchomaeni, Tobechuku, Declan Rice, and Conor Gallaghar. We're also going to talk about Kylian Mbappe, Mohamed Salah debate. And also, apparently, I've been hearing the news on the TL about Virgil van Dijk versus Thiago Silva debate. We're going to talk about that too because there has been some scenario where Liverpool fans are debating that is Thiago Silva a world-class player or not? So we're gonna have a debate about it. We're gonna have a debate about it also too. So like the vid, subscribe. Like the vid, subscribe. Let's go. So let me come to Tom on this. Tom, let me come to you on this. Harry Maguire being stripped of the captaincy. Please give me your thoughts.
He's not been stripped of it.
He will be stripped eventually.
He's not been stripped. Yeah, but he's not been stripped now.
Yeah,
This is the problem. This
the
is the
rumor
problem.
will be stripped.
Yeah. But if you're going to strip somebody, just take it off of them already. Why prolong it? Why wait? Just do it
Why
now.
wait?
Why? This is what I mean. That why? If we're going to wait till the end of the season, what's the point? Till the end of the season, or give it a couple more games, whatever. Just do it. It's not like you're sacking a manager, or I don't know, you're selling the club to a new owner.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking the armband off somebody and putting it on somebody else. At the end of the day, they get paid hundreds of grand a week.
Mm-hmm.
If they can't have the balls to understand that possibly it's not helping you with all the pressure of being the captain.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been a captain before he came to Man United. He wasn't at Leicester, Hull, Sheffield United. Was never the captain at any of those football clubs. But at Man United, all of a sudden, he's the best option. Like I don't know this guy, man. Like we overpaid. We paid for him. He's overplayed. Far too many games.
Mm-hmm.
Overhyped. I mean,
Do you think you did a mistake instead of buying Maguire? You should have paid like a 10 million.
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly.
That was. This is what I mean, Abdullah, and it will always bite this football club in the arse. And I say it all the time, where the best managerial options have been out there. Pep's, Nagelsmann's, the Klopps of the world. They've been out there when we've been looking for managers.
Yep.
But we always go for the easy option, the best to work with or whatever, or the easiest to work with. A Mourinho or a Van Gaal, somebody who knows the game. It doesn't always work like that. You can get, a young generational coach who can coach you for 20, 30 years. It's very rare that you see it nowadays, but it happened with Sir Alex.
Yeah.
It's happened at other football clubs, Liverpool with such as Kenny Dalglish and stuff. So, you can see it. Pep's done it at 3 clubs.
5 seasons.
This is what I mean. So this is why I can't understand it. I mean, even regardless of the managerial situation, just give it to who you think's the right person, Ralph, because he cannot sit there, in front of a room of, let's say you weren't journalists, let's say it's passionate Man United fans of 20, 30 years. You can't honestly sit there and argue the case that Harry Maguire has better leadership qualities than someone like Cristiano Ronaldo or Rafael Varane. When they've got 4 Champions Leagues, he's got none. Ronaldo's got, we've got titles from Spain, England and Italy. I don't think he won any in Portugal. So he's had 3 domestic league titles, X amount of times.
5 Champions League.
Yeah, well, Varane's got so many La Liga medals and from his time in Spain and stuff. Like, he's got a World Cup medal as well. And what's Harry Maguire done? What has he won? The realistic thing is, he's won nothing. He has actually won nothing. He's never been a defender of the year. He's never made a team of the year, even as a bare minimum. He's never been a captain anywhere else before. He's never won anything in the game. Like, if he's won an FA Cup or something, I can vouch for him in that case. If we won the Europa League, on that penalties against Villarreal. I can vouch for him. He's won something as a captain or as a player. He's won something, but he's won nothing. At any football club, even Tosin's there. Marquinhos, that's a proper leader. That's a proper captain who's won
Yeah.
trophies, won major honours.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Big games. Liverpool, for example, Henderson won big trophies. Didn't in the beginning he was developed.
Aspiqueta.
Aspilicueta, Bayern Munich, for example, Neuer, he's won it all.
Manuel Neuer, yeah.
Buffon, when he was at Juventus, won it all. These are proper leaders, captains. And you're putting Harry Maguire in that category. Man, get the fuck out of here. Honestly, it's stupid. Absolutely stupid. To sit there, honestly, we all know what football Twitter's like, where you sit there and you see Maguire's, best thing since sliced bread. It's a joke. It is an absolute joke. When the man can't do his basics and he can't perform well in himself, how can he inspire others to perform well? It's not possible. It's not ethical and it's not possible. And Manchester United Football Club, where it's this big brand, it's this big name, everybody, you walk down the street and you say, do you know what a football club called Manchester United, or do you know what Manchester United is? Oh yeah, it's a major football club in England, 20 league titles, whatever. And you've got this man leading you. When I look at it from my upbringing and stuff, where I was brought up watching players like Vidic, Ferdinand, Keane, proper captains, proper leaders, proper captains in the not even just in the dressing room or just on the football field. Personalities. What personal traits does he have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's my say on it anyway. But if we are going to give it to anybody, it's not going to be until a new manager comes in anyway. But I hope when a new manager comes in, an authoritative move, and a move in, I would say, something different from what other managers have done, is not only you want to get rid of the players you don't want and bring in the players you want and stuff like that, you assert yourself, right, that's my captain. That's the captain, that's the person who I want to give my instructions out on the football field. Anyway, that's me on the football field, ordering people around, giving orders, take note of a person, somebody who's going to be respected. Like I've said, the names Ronaldo, Varane and stuff, they won everything in the game. And you've got somebody who's won nothing. What orders can they honestly take from him? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And at the end of the day, I've said it many times before, from top to bottom, all the way up from the top of the club to the bottom of the club, it's a joke and it's a shambles when you could laugh at anything. We're more about economics and finances than we are football and trophies. And at the end of the day, decisions like Harry Maguire paying 80 million for him, being the captain as well, you got no qualification as a captain at all, and you expect this man to lead you to trophies.
Because the argument people made is when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, Pogba was not informed. Majority of the players were not informed. They were like up and down. David De Gea was out of form. So Maguire was only rightful candidate to be given the captain because firstly, it was kind of the new signing.
No.
And based on what I read, Ole said he possesses the captaincy leadership to be given to him. Okay, now that Ralph has come in now, is Ralph afraid of stripping him of the captaincy or what is going on?
I just don't. I just think it's a decision that they want to leave till the end of season.
Because my problem with that is, for me, Harry Maguire for me doesn't even deserve to be a captain of Manchester. I've watched United for a very long time, since 1999. Stamp, Roy Keane. Those are players. Those are players that can kill you.
Keep talking to me. Yeah.
So many of them. Back to early 2000s. Nemanja Vidic. Those are captain. Rio Ferdinand. Those are players. Now we're coming to the era of Harry Maguire to be club captain of Manchester United. That is a downfall for me. That's an F. That's a big F. Because it doesn't have the leadership captainity of being a big club like United or going forward. Because as a player, you want to look up to your captain as, this is my captain that possesses ability. And say, When he talks, I dare not speak. I have no audacity to speak. People doesn't get to speak better as a captain. But when that
Exactly.
guy speak in the dressing room, he could has the captaincy ability in himself. Same thing with Marquinhos. When Marquinhos speak in PSG, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Lionel Messi doesn't have the audacity to talk because he has that ability to kind of to possess. I am the club captain of this club. When I speak, you listen. I'm the captain. You listen to me. You listen. When I speak, you listen. That is the ability of the player organizing the team and telling guys, we're playing bad. This is gonna be fine. We can move on with this. Let's work things out. How do we make it work out as a team? These are our weakness. These are we're gonna work things out going forward in the next match. Let's
Look,
do this. Let's
man.
do that.
For
Oh,
me,
listen.
it's just simple, man. Like, if you're gonna be a captain, okay, like every captain of every club, like in some cases, like with Liverpool,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and now you see United, like, I mean, they just lack talent. I'm sorry, bro. Like, you look at Maguire. I mean, the guy, he's an above average center back that just doesn't really move the needle. Like you can't be the captain of Manchester United and be just so limited as a footballer, dude. Like it's just that's just what it is. Like the guy turns like three city buses attached together. He turns on the ball like yo, he's just not good, man. Like
So let me ask you a question, right? If Maguire is in Man City, does he start?
no.
No, no,
If he's in Liverpool, does he start?
no.
Actually, to be fair though, is it true that Manchester City were after him when he was at
No,
Leicester?
No.
Yes, 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 yes.
no,
Don't
that was
lie.
just rumors.
Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Yes, they were.
That was
I don't
rumors.
know.
That was
I
rumors.
don't know.
No,
No,
that's
because
true.
he's
It was
not.
true. It was
He's
true.
not. He's not a Pep kind of defender. What is he good at, though?
I'm gonna tell you, there's three players that
He's
signed
good at
from.
he's good at carry. It's
There's
kind of
three.
forced, but he can carry the ball into
Well,
midfield.
he's slow. He's slow. Even when he carries the ball, he's
But
not fast.
come on. Stones is not fast either, guys. Come on, let's not act like
Stones?
Stones.
No,
Is
No,
fast.
no, no.
No,
Stones is a
Stones is
way
fast.
better athlete than.
Stones
No,
is
no, he's
he's a
not that
faster
fast.
player
Though.
than Maguire. How can you say Stones is not fast? He's faster than Maguire by far.
Yeah, by far.
Oh, okay. What about Otamendi then? I mean, he doesn't play
Yes.
there
No,
for now, but
Otamendi
still.
was not Pep's buy, right?
It wasn't
Pep
Pep signing. Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
check him
Pep
out.
met
No,
him
but
there. That was
guys,
Pellegrini.
one thing I don't like is revisionist history, guys. There's three players for sure Man City were after that signed for Man United, and that's Maguire, Alexis Sanchez, and Fred. Like
That's all
it's the
just rumors,
reality.
but Pep never
It,
said anything about those players.
but
Wait,
it's like
you really think that Pep was after Fred?
yes,
Oh my days! I don't buy those rumors though.
no.
Because
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but are you sensing a pattern, dude? Like,
No, but guys, like I feel
they
like
feign. Wait. Look at this pattern. They're feigning interest in these sets of players, from Fred to Alexis to even as recently as Cristiano. They're feigning interest just so that United can get them, and then in the back
I
of
no,
their mind,
I think that's a very simplistic way of viewing it, and I feel like I generally with transfers, guys. Transfers are always not a. People think that transfers is always like perfection. It's not. People make mistakes. People forget that when Pep Guardiola came in, one of the first thing he did was he told Joe Hart, you can't play in my team. Joe Hart was technically a Manchester City legend, probably is a Manchester City legend. So he kicked him out. Then he got Bravo. Bravo was trash. Bravo was so bad to the point that even Pep realized how bad he was. And what did he do to Bravo? Send him away, and he signed Ederson. So similar. Another play. Nolito. People forget that Nolito, Barcelona came to for Pep Guardiola to sign him. Was absolutely horrendous. I don't even know if he plays football right now. Can someone tell me if Nolito plays football? Can anyone tell me?
Where does he play?
So,
I think he play for South Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
so the reality is like there's a lot of signings that probably Pep wanted. He wanted 100% believe he wanted Maguire because Maguire in terms of his profile, he's a ball playing center back.
No,
Let's
he's
be honest.
not. No,
He's
he's
not.
not.
He's not.
That's absolute nonsense, dude.
No, he's not a ball playing center
He's
back.
not a ball playing center back.
He can't. He can't even carry the ball better than Christensen though.
Guys, come
Christensen
on.
is a
Let's
better
not lie,
ball playing
guys.
center
Let's
back
not
than
lie.
Maguire.
No, he's
Let,
not.
let, this,
He's
guys,
not.
Maguire's not good.
Like he's
Maguire's trash.
he's a
I
try
understand
hard.
that.
No,
But
he's an
let's
above
just not
average
lie.
center. I said he's an above average center back.
No,
He's a ball
guys.
playing
He's
center back.
average. He's
Okay.
average.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is Maguire better than Salisu in Southampton? Is he
No.
better than Salisu?
No.
No. Is he better
Yo,
than?
there's an echo though. There's an echo.
There's an echo.
Yeah, let me. I don't think.
I think it's coming from Yasir.
Yeah, it's probably me, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Okay.
No. Oh. Is it me?
Because
I don't know.
I think it's better now. I think
Yeah, it's better now. It's better.
Because I look at the era of 1990s to early 2001. United had the captain in them. They had the captain who was an authority.
No, I'm
over
still
the
hearing it. I'm still hearing
The
it.
echo is still
Yeah,
here.
a little bit. Yeah.
Let me mute myself. Guys. Let me.
Okay, because if I look at the 1990, early 2000, 2004, 5, 6, towards those years, you can see Stamp.
That was Roy King. That was
Roy
Roy
Keane.
King. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can see Vidic. You can see Rio Ferdinand.
And then
So,
Ever.
when you want to play against them, you know, while I don't they.
Well, Abdullah, do you know the easiest way of sorting this out? Right, you talk about it where it's all right. It's all right being a captain at a club, be a captain at national level, international level.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane wasn't the England captain, who would be the England captain? And it wouldn't be Harry Maguire.
But Tom.
It'd be Jordan Henderson.
But Tom, you know.
Jordan Henderson would be before him. Yeah, go on, you say.
Here's the thing, and I've thought about this a lot. I don't think Maguire is a terrible player. I just feel like with Maguire, he's like a systematic player. Maguire has a lot of weaknesses, and in order for Maguire to actually play well, in a way, the whole team has to cover his weaknesses.
But that's not possible.
If you look at England, he plays in a back three. He plays in back three, and one of the back three is Kyle Walker, the guy that covers in terms of his pace. Because he doesn't have pace, Kyle Walker covers for him. Then he has two players in front of him that were literally are just energetic. They're strong. They're physical.
Rice and Phillips.
And Rice and Phillips. Then you also play with wingbacks as well. So the whole team, in a way, when they don't have England doesn't have the ball, they cover a lot of Maguire weaknesses. When he was playing for Leicester, almost identical in a similar way, they play that way. They play in a three in the back.
So did Man United make a mistake by not appointing Conte then? Because he plays that exact system you're describing.
But then the only problem with that is because of when Man United, people expect Man United, specifically at home, to play on the front foot, where they need to push up higher. Man United fans will not accept Man United playing like Leicester plays, where Leicester they play a lot of counter-attack of football. They
low
block. They play
No, they
deep.
play mid block actually. Mid-block.
Like if you look at Leicester, how the way they play is they play deep. They don't play with the ball. Where with Man United, you expect a lot of the teams when they come to Old Trafford, they give Manchester United the ball, and then Man United have a hard time playing against low blocks. We struggle so much, and so Maguire, that's just not his game. Maguire is the type of guy where everything is in front of him. He plays everything in front of him, or he is better that way. And when he gets the ball, he just gives the ball, and that's it. He's comfortable that way. But we tell him to push up, get on the ball. What tends to happen is Manchester United we don't have midfielders like England do. We don't have midfielders like Leicester do. So what tends to happen?
Let me ask you a question. Why did Manchester United spend £80 million on Harry Maguire when there was an option to buy Khalid Koulibaly?
Because
for 10 more million.
Because guys, it's like I think about it this
Khalid
way.
Koulibaly is world class for that.
100%. But the thing is what you trust. Because Harry Maguire plays for Leicester. No, hold on. What I mean is because Harry Maguire plays for Leicester, you see him all the time. It's easier to scout Harry Maguire than it is Koulibaly. With Koulibaly,
No,
no,
stop. Everybody
I'm
knew
not.
Koulibaly. Everybody knew Koulibaly at that time in the
No.
world, man.
You will assume that, right? You will assume that. But
Hmm.
honestly, the way a lot of these scouts work is like Premier League proven. We see this player all the time.
No, 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 no.
No, if you're doing that, I'm
I'm
sorry. Then how did Manchester United get the likes of Veron, Yapstam, even Vidic, back in the
I'm
day?
not talking about Manchester United.
Vidic was
Guys,
not Premier League proven before they bought him.
no, 100%.
Even
Bruno
Patrice
Fernandes.
Evra was not Premier League
Bruno
proven when he
Fernandes.
bought
Look,
him.
guys, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes. These are not players that they didn't play in the Premier League. Like Jadon Sancho was a youth when he left City. He played a lot of his senior career in the Bundesliga.
In
Bruno,
Germany, yeah.
etc. Like etc. What I'm saying is like when in terms of Koulibaly at that specific time,
Mhm.
we know it's not the fact that we don't like Koulibaly is a good or bad player. It's the fact that
He was
Koulibaly
world class.
plays for
World
City.
class. At the time they bought, at the time they bought Harry Maguire, there was only Koulibaly and Vidic. I'm sorry,
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool took Van Dijk,
And there were Skriniar as well. Put him in
and there
there.
was Skriniar, but even Skriniar was not as good as Koulibaly.
Yeah,
It
he wasn't as good, but he was a younger
It
version.
was Van Dijk and Koulibaly head to head with Sergio Ramos at the time. They couldn't get Sergio Ramos, of course. But guess what? You had Koulibaly open and you went to buy Maguire. Maguire was not even top 10 in the world in centre back at the time. He was just a hype.
But that's
he was
my
a
point
hype
I'm trying to
guy.
make. That's the point. The point I'm trying to make is like if you look specifically at that summer, Manchester United bought what? They bought 3 players.
Wan-Bissaka, James, and Maguire.
Yeah, James and Maguire.
Mhm.
James played for the Championship. Played for
Swansea.
Swansea.
Wan-Bissaka played for Crystal Palace. Maguire played for Leicester. So it's guys. The thinking was we're gonna buy from Premier League proving England. We're gonna buy from this
Where
country.
has he
Yeah,
got
That
yeah.
was the thinking.
But yes,
Where has he
let
got
me
to
put it this way.
Manchester United?
Even look, guys. Even look back at it. Before it was before like we actually signed Bruno.
Brexit,
We were
I see.
heavily linked to Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Who did Jack Grealish play for? Aston Villa.
Why would you
Guys,
buy?
it's a thinking process. Buy English prospect. Buy.
Why you buying English
But
prospects?
guys, wait. Yes,
We
yes,
wanted Bellingham
yes.
as well, guys.
My problem
Bellingham.
with that is if you're gonna put under the, don't you blame your scouting, because if you're gonna buy a player like
We don't have one, Abdullahi. Hold on. Let me make the point. We don't have a scouting network, or it's outdated. You look at the modern day scouting networks and stuff. The average age of players that you try and pick up is between a range of 23 and 26 years old, and then you can develop them for 2 years where they turn 28, and you're in them peak years. That's what you need to do at football clubs. Liverpool is the prime example. Buy players in the mid-20s, develop them for 2-3 years, then get the success out of them, which they've had. It's the exact model. Pep Guardiola's done it at City, but an average range of players, about the mid-30s, not mid-30s, about mid-20 range of players, develop them, nurture them into his system, and then have prolonged success, which is what they've done. Manchester United, we have tried to do this with, I'm losing count of managers, 4 or 5 managers now, I think we're on. It'll be number 5 or 6 in the summer.
But
There's no ideology with it. There's no plan.
okay, going back to this Maguire stuff now, because I've been listening to so many of the YouTuber, people saying Ronaldo, people saying Labiu, David Daher, Rafael Varane, and I look into that United squad, entire squad, only 3 players in that team that had the ability to win. David Daher, the captain, the goalkeeper, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Bruno. Those are the 3 players who wants to win. The rest are out of the squad. And
Varane wants to win as well.
If you're gonna look for a
Varane.
captain, if you're gonna look for a captain out of that crop, just give it to Ronaldo, man. Give it to number 7.
But also the problem is Ronaldo only has 1 year. More.
No, he doesn't. He has 3. He has 3. He's had a 3-year deal.
But guys,
No, he signed 2 year with an option.
With an
Of what,
option,
another one.
I mean, he gonna take
for me, there's two players I'll if I'm gonna take the captaincy out of Maguire, there's two players I'll give it to. One player, people will probably agree with me. And the other player, people will absolutely disagree with me.
You're going to say
I think I'm
McTominay.
crazy.
David Aham Labiu.
McTominay's going to be
you
one
know
of
me
them.
too well. No,
McTominay's going to be one of them. Yeah, I know. Go on.
Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
Those are the two players I'll choose from.
Labiu.
Why would it be Paul Pogba when
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
he's in the last?
Paul Pogba is an intelligent pick.
No,
Why?
I think if he signs a new deal though.
No. I didn't.
No, they're trying to use it to make him
irrespective-
sign it. They'll
Tom,
give it to him to say,
irrespective-
"Yo, sign the deal."
Tom. Irrespective if he signs a deal or not. Why? People ask me why. Okay, here's the reason why. Paul Pogba is such a divisive character in terms of the fan base, but in the dressing room, I believe Paul Pogba is one of the linchpins to everybody in the dressing room. In terms of the manager, in terms of every single player, in terms of respect, and in terms of he's the one guy everybody respects. I generally believe that.
Yeah.
Everybody, I don't think there's a single player in our dressing room that does not respect Paul Pogba.
But Paul Pogba is not staying at Manchester United.
But no.
He has
That's good. That's a brilliant part. No, that's a brilliant part. The fact that he's not staying, you'd say to Paul Pogba, listen, you do so you strip Maguire from the captaincy, right? You gotta give it to someone, right? You give it to Paul Pogba. You say, listen, Paul, do you want to leave? Yes. There's 4 or 5 months left of the season, right?
4 months.
You be our captain. You be our captain. You lead us. Unite the dressing room.
Why would you want someone to lead you though when it's going to be for short term?
But then
What's
here's the thing, though, because we're in short term, Tom. So what I'm saying is, Rangnick is an interim manager. Rangnick is not going to be our manager. We're going to have a brand new manager, completely new guy. He's going to come in. Then that manager chooses his own captain.
He's not going to change. Yes, sir. It's not going to change.
That's what I would do. Okay.
Yeah, that's what both of us would do. But it's not going to change. You cannot strip an Englishman of a captaincy in England. It doesn't happen at any football club. The English media would ridicule the manager, ridicule the club, and it'd change within the next day, and it'd go back to the same old thing. Why do you think Paul Pogba was stripped to the captaincy under Mourinho? Why was that? Because the British media took over and said, no, that's the wrong way of doing it. This is the British way of doing it. British traditions, British values. And who was given the captaincy? Ashley Bloody Young.
Yeah.
He never played a game, but he was English. And the English agenda took over at the football club. And like I said, nothing changes at this football club. You can give it to Paul Pogba for 6 months. The new manager would come in this summer, and it would go straight back to Harry Maguire. Because of the English agenda and the English media. Unless Harry Maguire, for some reason, somebody's going to come and be an offer and get rid of him, then by all means, interview people for the role who want, build up the dressing room repertoire. Right. He's good with the young players. He's good at the speaking. He can command a dressing room like a manager can. He gets the respect of every single player. Not, your head's down. We're losing 2-0 away from home. No, boost the morale. Put some motivation into it. Put some heart, soul, passion into it.
Yeah.
And want the role. And I don't think Maguire wants the role personally.
Yeah.
I think he would be happy just to be an ordinary Man United player, like all the rest of them.
Why don't you make David De Gea the captain?
Because he talks. Because he talks in the media. That's why he talks. He talks too much in the media.
He's not a captain. None of these dudes are captain.
I just feel like he just.
But for me, Jesse and them Tom. For me, if I have to choose the captain in terms of choosing captain for me, you have to choose now.
I get that. But
if I have to choose the captain for me, being in this watching, I'll give it to just 2 players. I believe.
But But Abdullah,
one David De Gea, because without De Gea, you guys are gonna be in 11th or 12th, even 13th in the table.
Yeah.
Without that guy has been saving United for the whole entire this season. And second player is Bruno Fernandes, because he has the mentality and the passion to win a game of football.
Mm-hmm.
People call him this, people call him that. That guy is a baller. He wants to win. Regardless of what people say, he wants to win. That is these two players. I'm gonna steal it from Maguire. I'm gonna give him one of those two players because
But
when those two
the
players talk,
problem, Abdullahi,
then listen.
there's one problem though. The fact that Man United are even discussing stripping somebody of a captaincy mid-season, the season's not even ended. Mid-season shows that there's problems. When there's even talk of a captain being replaced or it's being stripped and given to somebody else. Mid-season, at the biggest football club in the world, as some people say. A lot of Man United fans say. I'm one of them who says that. At the biggest
So
club in the
Tom,
football world, and you strip it. We've got all this, crap where we're trying to make top four. Everybody was sold the title charge at the start of the season. I wasn't one believing it because nothing
I,
changes. It only rains and pours at this football club. It doesn't rain trophies. It rains money. That's all that reigns at Manchester United Football Club.
Tom, I have a question. I have a question. Do you believe the reports that there's an actual discussion that of the captaincy and because like when I listen to Ragnick this press conference, I understand people say that what else is he supposed to say, but he did say that Maguire is going to be my captain, and there's just like the reports are nonsense.
He's got to say
But
it.
then, huh?
He's got to say it. He's got to say
But then,
that he's his captain because if he strips him of it, not only are you going to piss off Maguire, you'll piss off the whole England contingency in the dressing room that backs him, and then you've got a divided dressing room. And then the media is going to ridicule you. So then suddenly you're getting fired off by the media, you're getting fired off by the English contingents, and by the hierarchy of the football club. That's not a good position to be in when you want to go upstairs and hopefully, restructure the football club and have this big directors and this big input. Nobody's going to listen to you. And this is the problem. Nobody's accountable.
For me, I think it's better for him to do that because it's called limitlessness and you want to. That's an ambition. Because if you're gonna strip Maguire out of the club captain, you're gonna tell the whole entire world, I don't care about English media. This club needs to go back to
Yeah,
where
yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
it needs to
But
go back to where it belongs.
it
the
doesn't.
thing
It
is,
doesn't
guys,
happen at our football club. It would happen at Chelsea. I'm lying. It would happen at Chelsea Football Club, absolutely, because you're ruthless. You want to win things. We don't care about winning things. As fans, we do. These players don't care. Some of these players have lasted 4 or 5 managers now, and won jack all. They don't care.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, because the thing is, it's like I understand what you're saying, but the whole like it's gonna cause a lot of problems and cause more divide. But then the reports coming out already saying that there is a divide. So for me, I'm like, okay, if right now we're divided, and if you strip Maguire of the captaincy, it's gonna cause more divide. Then what's the? I mean, like, what do you
Yeah,
have to
yeah, I
do?
got that. I get that point. But if you've already got a divide, then why not divide it some more?
Yeah,
But this is the
what?
problem, though. We've only got 4 months left of the season,
Mhm.
and in Ralph Ragnick's mind, if he doesn't get top 4, he might not even be getting that director's role because there might be some clause that nobody knows about or nobody's ever heard about. If you don't get top 4, Ralph, you don't go upstairs. If you get the top 4, oh yeah, by all means, here's your new office. Well, welcome. But if it doesn't happen, all of a sudden, this new manager search, you're not going to get the best manager that you want because you're not going to be in Europe's elite. You're not going to get the best pool of players, and you're going to be in the same situation we were when we bought Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, and James, where we weren't in the Champions League, and we got overspent and overpriced on players, and we went down the English contingency. But if we were going to go down a proper route, it doesn't regardless of the manager, regardless of the captain or the playing squad. If you want a proper cultural reset, you get rid of half of this squad, which in my opinion, I think upwards I could name about 10 players that I think are going to leave in the summer, either because the contracts expire or they just want to leave. And then you've got to get a new manager in. You've got to replace those 10 players the best you can. You're not going to replace 10 players in a window, it's impossible. But you've got to do it the best you can with the amount of numbers that you can do. And then you've got to get your structure behind the football club right. Because Ralph's then going upstairs at the end of the season in May. He's then got until September for the start of the season. So he's got a couple of months. But behind the scenes, he's got to employ the right people in the right areas to do the jobs, advise them to do their jobs, which you shouldn't have to be advised to do your job at a football club like this. But we move. And then you have to go down the contingency route, recruit the right players, recruit the right manager in the summer. But if Man United want to make a statement, don't always go for the easy option. Harry Maguire was the easy option to get. He was the English golden boy. His English, his media. There's this, major hype around him. But you had Koulibaly there for 10 million extra. If that were Manchester City, they wanted Koulibaly and Maguire. They looked at both of them, but they went down Diaz route. Went for an absolute nobody who balled in at Benfica. That's what you call proper recruitment, proper scouting networks.
Tom,
Don't always go for the easy options in the world. Same with the manager.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Tom,
destined and it's set in stone to appoint Mauricio Pochettino. But as fans, when we look at it, he's the easy option.
Yeah.
He wanted the job before. He's wanted it for years. And he'd be a brilliant yes man, as people always code it. Yeah, the yes man merchant. But if we're not going for the easy option, there's the likes of Ten Hag you could go and get.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to make a big bold statement, Jesus Christ, go to the Italian FA and try and get Mancini or Enrique. Even if you don't get them, that's what you call proper recruitment, proper statements of that there's change or you're trying to do something different. It might not, even if it don't work out, it's something different to before.
Yeah, I mean, there's other managers as well. There's Graham Potter and.
This is what I mean. Exactly. That would be a surprise, you say, if you went for somebody Potter. He's brilliant tactical play, done absolute wonders with minimal expertise at Brighton for 2-3 years, and he's built some of the players where he's bought them for like 5 million. He could probably sell them for 50 million. He did it with Ben White. He could do it with Lamptey, Bissouma. I'd say maybe upwards of Trossard, a couple of the centre backs, possibly a Dunk, somebody. It's an absolutely wonders with a bang average team when he took over from Chris
Hughton. What's
Hughton.
crazy, Tom? I was just thinking about it, I'm like, there's a lot of players that City signed, Liverpool signed, Chelsea signed, that I used to watch comps of prior to them signing. One of the players I remember when he was 19 years old, I used to watch his comps, was Ruben Diaz. Yeah, Ruben Diaz. I can guarantee you this: our scouts have scouted Ruben Diaz because we bought Lindelof from the same team. Ruben Diaz and Lindelof actually played together. People to forget that we scouted them, but Manchester United we didn't go for it. It's like with Manchester United we always do the wrong decisions. I remember when we signed Memphis Depay. The other player that we were after was Sadio Mane from Southampton. What we ended up doing is we ended up paying more money for Memphis Depay than Liverpool spent on Sadio Mane.
Yeah, they spent 30 and we spent 35 to PSV.
We ended up choosing Memphis Depay. It's just like Chelsea signed an obvious gold mine, like a gold player, unbelievable world-class player, and N'Golo Kante for 35
and we signed
million.
Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin.
It just like I don't, like you had Riyad Mahrez, literally almost in prison. He was Leicester, like he wanted to leave Leicester for years. Man City just signed him easily, no competition. The year we signed, I read something like. I think the year we signed was it Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. Man City signed Bernardo Silva. I'm like, with this on what? They did, yeah. For like 40 million or something crazy like that. It just like you said, Tom. Man United, we never signed the right players because a lot of the right players, in terms of Manchester United, don't have. In a lot of the players we signed, in a weird way, they're more marketable. Like Maguire, look at him. Look at Maguire, Captain.
They've got a brand behind him. You see, that's what it is.
There's a brand like Captain Maguire. Look at him. He's a captain of Man United. He's a leader. He's English. Let me
come to Tosin on this. Tosin, let me come to you on this. Looking at the situation of United now, because for me, I've watched United in the early 90s toward the 2000s. We can see the core of players they have in terms of the captaincy and the leadership skills in that team. But how have them gone down from those years of working Stamp, Ferdinand Vidic, back to Harry Maguire as the club captain? What's going on with the ambition of that club? Just now you there?
Yeah. What was the question?
Like, if you look at United in the early 90s towards the 2000s, you can see Stamp, Roy Kane, Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, and co. These are the level of captaincy in the team. Those are the people who has leadership skills and ability to kind of process the dressing room and make it look much better and organized. But look, the era we are right now, you see leadership, Maguire coming to the club captain, social media taking over over the club and everything. What has what has been the ambition of Manchester United? Because the United I know are the feared club in England right now. They're the joke of a club right now. They're just a joke of a club. That's what they
They've
are.
been a joke for 9 years, man.
Thank you.
This is what it is, man. Like, man, it's
Yeah,
just been
guys,
a.
I think. Sorry, Tosa.
So
I think Maguire has to be
what
the
do you think
worst
exactly is going? Is it the
captain.
board, the Glazers? What's going on exactly?
It's not the. It's just their what's it
Take
called?
Tosin.
Their
Say it with
sports management.
curse.
It's just your sports management, man. That's all. It's not your owners. It's not like that. It's just your sports management. They're not making the right decisions. They're not making the right recruitments. You know, the players are stagnating at the youth level. You know, when you look at a Rashford or a or a McTominay, like they're just. I mean, it's just mid, man, all around at Manchester. You know, they had a lot of you know um, different styles that they wanted to put out there, different teams. Like they wanted to have their own Galacticos. I mean, Ed Woodward had, in the Ed Woodward era. You know what I mean? They brought in Di Maria, Falcao, Van Persie, Rooney. All they thought they
Schweinsteiger.
Alexis
Schweinsteiger.
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez, see the piano master,
Ibra.
the piano master.
Pogba.
Man, Alexis said he had one training session at United and asked himself, "What the fuck have I done?" Yeah.
So because I'm looking at United right now, see, yeah, I know the recruitment is poor, but United are going for names. They're not even going for to build a team. Like build actually is true. They're going for
But
names.
what team are we building up, Ty? We haven't even got a manager. We don't know who the manager
Oh
is.
no, they're not really going. Sometimes they're just they don't they have a plan and they don't stick to it. Like before
Exactly.
they were
That's
going
what I'm
with
getting to.
young
Exactly.
English youth, right? Like they bought Daniel James and
Yeah, Brexit
all these.
FC.
Yeah, like you guys were trying
Brought
to
us
go that
nothing.
route. It didn't work. It didn't work either. So I mean, you had your highs, obviously, but like overall, like I mean,
One nothing, Tosin. When you go down the path and you go
you're
down the
just a top.
structure.
You're just a good. You just honestly like the seasons with United, at least for the next 4 or 5 years, is just gonna be about them maintaining top four status and
Yep.
winning the odd domestic cup, man. Or
Tosin.
that's it.
Tosin, one summer, 2 summers ago, we had arguably one of the most wasteful summer I've ever seen any major club ever done. We signed Alex Telles, Cavani. We signed 40 millions. We spent 40 millions on a player right now that's on loan at Rangers in Ahmed Diallo. Talented. We signed Palestri. God knows where Palestri is now.
Is it Alvarez
He
in
was
Spain?
balling. He was balling with Uruguay.
Uruguay.
And
World
we
Cup
spent
qualifiers.
35 million on Danny Van de Beek that is on loan right now at Everton. Tell me what was the point of that transfer window?
Yeah.
We sold players though, didn't we, Toast? Didn't we, sir? We sold players.
Did we even sell a single player? I don't remember.
Yeah, we sold Young. We sold Sanchez. Lukaku.
Yeah, we signed. Oh yeah, we sold Lukaku. Young left that winter. He just left.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah,
but Sanchez went on loan, didn't he?
Tom set Young as our club captain during the winter says.
Oh
this,
yeah, oh god,
he said,
yeah.
I'm out.
Don't remind me, sir. Yeah, and then we made Harry Maguire captain after 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then who else? You said Lukaku, and then Alexis Sanchez. Forget about we literally just gave him away. We just said, listen, let's leave. Just leave. We even pay some of your wages. Just leave.
Yeah, we
It
paid
was
75%.
a 500K. That's crazy. We just left Inter. So my point is like, is I just don't understand. It's like I rather we not spend money and waste money like that than just do what we did. Because now that 40 million, imagine the 40 million we spent on Diallo, bro. We could have signed anyone. We could have signed a midfielder. We could have signed any player. But we ended up spending 40 million on a player, Amad Diallo, that he might come good. But I don't trust my club to actually do anything with Amad Diallo. I mean, for God's sakes, he was playing for Atalanta. Atalanta didn't want to give him up. Literally, we bought him. He was talented. You could even listen to what Fabrizio Romano, the way he was talking about it, because Fabrizio Romano was a big fan. We signed him for 40 million. We do nothing with the player. Absolutely nothing. Who else? Donny van de Beek. I mean, you hear Lampard talking
Yeah,
about
that one, man, Van de Beek, man, he tricked y'all. He tricked y'all, man. Jesus, y'all just spent
no.
money
I
on him
mean,
for no
Van de Beek
reason.
is a good player. Tosin, and I'm gonna watch him
He's
tomorrow.
a
They play Southampton.
he's average, man. I'm
No, no,
sorry,
no. But Tosin, I disagree with that. But we just didn't know
bro.
how to.
If he was good, he'd get play time for you
No,
guys.
no, 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 no. Come on.
He'd
No
actually
one's
get
telling me
play
that.
time.
No
No,
one's
he's
Yeah,
telling me
not.
that.
let's be
If he
honest
was
though,
good, he would
Tosin.
actually get play time with you guys.
Tosin.
But
In his position though, you've got a player who's undroppable and has to play every game for some reason. In
then why did you
Fernandez,
sign him?
squad depth. That's the only reason. That is the only explanation for it. I'm not going to make excuses. That's the only reason. Elsewise, we would have bought
He
him.
just has no personality or dog in him, bro. That Van de Beek guy, man. That's why he doesn't
That's
play.
not what they say in
Well,
Everton.
watch it.
That's not what they
Watch
say
him
in
on loan.
Everton.
Watch him on loan, Tosin, for the rest of the season.
What's he doing at Everton?
2 assists
Bro,
in his
he's
first
balling in
first
Everton.
start. 2 assists.
Two
First match,
assists
man of the match.
Man of the
Match.
match. Yeah.
against who?
Bro, did you? So Tulsi, like Rio Ferdinand said it. Quotes. He said everything. They can't believe how good he is, and they said that man, if he's this good, then that means they must have hella ballers at Man United if he can't get in the team. No one's telling me that. No one's telling me he can't play in the midfield over Fred. No
Exactly.
one's telling me that.
Or McTominay.
Yes. I mean, come on, Tulsi. Let's be honest
No,
here,
but
bro.
the reality is, Ole looked at your team, understood that your strength, your strong point, is up in attack because you have speedsters up top, and you have some killers, man. Well, Greenwood, unfortunately, before what happened with Greenwood, unfortunately, but you had Greenwood, you know,
Martial.
Rashford, Martial. Like these profile forwards. So to cover for them, you just need a midfield that's going to cover for them. And who are those midfielders? You have Bruno also up top. Like who are those midfielders? It's McTominay and Fred. They're going to cover spaces. That's what they're going to do. And not
But
only did
Tulsi,
Ole know that, but not only did Ole know that, another coach came in, Ragnick, looked at your squad, looked at the profiles, and came to the same conclusion. Any coach that has your squad will come to the same conclusion. He needs workers there, man. That's it. Obviously they don't have the quality for the full term, like for the medium to long term. That's where you get in the market and you address that. But for now, there's just no way Van de Beek fits in the team, and he's just not that good.
A
He's
window's
just
just
not that
passed though,
good.
Tosin. A window's just passed, and everybody talks about how Ragnick's better as a sporting director than he is as a coach. Well, if that's the case, why hasn't he gone and bought anybody?
Nah,
If he
he's an
knows that there
iterate
needs
though. He's
to,
an iterate. He's an iterate though.
if he knows that there needs to be improvements, you can't honestly. Nobody can sit there and say that there isn't better
There's
options
a
out
summer
there
coming out. There's a summer coming out.
Yeah, there's a summer coming up, Tosin. We get sold this every time. Oh, we're gonna have a major overhaul. 10 players out, 5 players in, and all that crap. We get sold it
Tom,
every summer. We'll sign 2 players at best.
you know what's funny, Tom, right? The summer closes. You know what they say? Yeah, we're gonna have a big winter. When the winter comes along, oh, we're looking forward to the summer, and it just keeps going on
Yeah,
and
yeah,
on and
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So to move out of it, let me come to Tao Talks on this. How you doing, brother? Give me your brief take on Harry Maguire in Manchester United. Yeah, Ta, are you there?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Give me your take on Laguire in Manchester United. Does he deserve to be the club captain? And in your opinion, who should be the club captain? In your opinion,
Ooh. Um. Well, for one, I really can't say who should be the club captain, but for me, I don't think he should be because I mean they've been given not they he has been given the opportunity to prove that he can do something. But I mean, he's never really. I mean, people have been considering him to be the fridge, and I mean, I was on this stream and they use this analogy, I'm going to use it now. And I mean, you have a fridge, but you need a stove because you can't just have a fridge, and
oh,
the fridge has things that needs to be cooked, and you have no stove, so you need a stove. So that you can't have only the fridge and the stove. You don't have a stove to operate it and to prepare the meal that you have in that fridge. So I mean, Harry Maguire. I mean, he got the chance to be the club captain at Leicester City. Obviously, Leicester City is a team that are in turmoil when it comes on the defending. They've always had that issue. So I mean, it's not a case where he was standing up at a team that has defending issues. So I mean, it's not a surprise, and I guess in a sense, Man United were sold in a false hope that they were getting a good defender. And I mean, in some cases, he will look like he's the best thing since sliced bread, but then at the same time, he'll just be an absolute player who. And I mean, for once, I've seen him defend without even looking. So he's starting to develop things, and he's developing new ways of defending. He's defending in a way where you don't even have to look where the player is. You just let the player pass you, and then you just have the hope that you're gonna get back to him. But basically, Maguire, he's not a leader, and one of the most important traits that you should have when you're being the captain is that you need to be leading with your actions. If you don't lead your actions, then there's no point you being a captain. And Maguire doesn't really do that. If he's gonna be leading with any action, I mean, no one's gonna be following it. And if what people are saying about Ronaldo and Maguire having this situation where one wants to be the captain, the other one doesn't want to give up the captaincy because he thinks that he's good enough or he's competent enough to be the captain, then I mean, in a sense, you have to side with the player that wants to get the captaincy away from the quote unquote captain. Because if you have one that actually leads with their action and not only with by example, because I think people have the wrong mindset when it comes to things. You don't need to only lead with by example. You need to lead with your actions. You need to show what needs to be done, and in the fashion that it needs to be done. You can lead with your example, but at the same time, the example that you're leading by, it needs to be a case where it's something that people can follow and they can see it in a light where you're doing this. Let me try to integrate this, and that's what you see at various clubs, and that's why you see a lot of clubs have these very experienced players in their late 30s because then when you have players who are used to the game, they're used to having that fighting spirit of trying to be the best. You see them try to make mistakes only once. If they make the mistake more than once, they'll come out and they'll try to improve on it. Maguire is a player who thinks he's good enough, and I mean, I'll always find it hilarious when he's scoring in that England game and he celebrates, he putting his hands in his ears, you know, highlighting his critics. And I mean, what did he do? He basically did absolute garbage in that game. All he did was score a goal. So I mean, in a sense, I mean, Maguire isn't captain material because he's not a good example to follow by. And I honestly don't know who because you do have and like I said on one of your previous streams, you have a lot of players in the team that think they're good enough and they're not good enough. So you're gonna have a case where if you take the captaincy away from him, you're gonna be giving it to somebody else who thinks they're good enough, who has that big ego, and you're not gonna get any real job being done as a captain from them. So I really can't say who should be the captain necessarily because you have a lot of players there who have the ego, and I don't think they'll be able to lead.
hmm, that's tough. Nice way to put it. That's tough. Let's move on from this Maguire stuff and come to Niwe. Tosin, is your mic working? Okay, Tosin,
Yeah,
is your
yeah,
mic
yeah, yeah,
working?
yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
Now, I don't want to talk about it. I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. Tosin, 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 Tosin. Tosin, who is the best in the world right now? Mohamed Salah or Kylian Mbappe?
I don't know why you asking me this, bro. Like, you know, like,
Be factual.
look, man. First of all, when we're talking about the best in the world, I just can't put Salah in there, man. But he's been great this season. I'm not taking anything away from him, you know? And Salah is, you know, a great player. He's a great player, man. I mean, that's all I can say. But if we're asking who's better between Salah and Mbappe, Mbappe's the better player. It's that simple. Like,
What if they switch
not
leagues, Tosin? They switch places.
who cares about where they're playing? Like, I mean, Mbappe does it everywhere, dude. Like, he scored at the Allianz Arena, scored at the Bernabeu, he scored at Signal Iduna Park, he scored at
It's good in
Etihad
Dublin.
Stadium, he scored at Anfield, he scored at bro, he scored at every big, damn near every big ground in Europe, bro. Like,
Yeah, but
since he was 18, 19, like.
that's Europe though, Tosin. Put it into context. You come to the Premier League, you don't
Europe
have
is the
as much
highest
time on the
level, though.
ball.
That's the highest
Yeah, yeah,
level.
yeah. But in the Premier League, for example, you don't have as much time on the ball. You don't have places to pick your shots or run at people and stuff. You've got to make a quick, sharp decision. And if it's the
Okay,
right
so
decision,
I'll
you've got
say
to
this. I'll
execute
say
it.
this. Okay, this is not a diss on Salah. Okay, Salah from like January, from like mid-December, January into February, up until the last game or something. Like, this was not a fake stat. I'm not making this up. Abdullahi confirmed. My boy NK Dons, he confirmed too. Like, we looked at it and
Mhm.
we did the calculations, and we saw in 10 games, was still going on his goal scoring run, but in
Mhm.
10 games, Salah had attempted 67 dribbles and completed only 10.
Only 10, yeah. I saw it.
10.
I saw it.
10 of 67 dribbles. Bro, that's counting every league he's playing in the Premier League. Like, dude, like, so this idea that all Salah needs to do is just, no disrespect, but he just needs to poach. He just needs to be there in the right place at the right time. But that's not me short selling Salah as a talent, because Salah does have talent. Like, on a good day, Salah's close control is nutty. Like, Salah's close control, his ability to wriggle in between players, his strength. Like, people really underestimate, because of his low center of gravity, his strength on the ball. Like, he actually backs into defenders and can, outmuscle them sometimes. Like, and he's a great finisher. Like, you got to give him that. But as a person, will you say he's a player that has magic in him? Like, can he do what Mbappe did in the 95th minute of a Champions League game? Like, just create something out of nothing. That's literally what you call creating something out of nothing. Like, Salah can do that once in the odd moon, but not as much as an Mbappe, man. He's nowhere near, dude. Like, Mbappe has been on another level since he won that World Cup, pretty much. Since he won that World Cup. And Mbappe has gotten better and better. Contrary to the belief that he's gotten worse, because he's associated with PSG. So people hate PSG, so they just
Oh,
say he's
come
not as
on,
good.
Tosin, come
No, no,
on.
that's people have been saying some dumb shit like that, bro. People do say dumb shit like that he hasn't gotten better, that he's
No, he's
stagnated and
gotten
all.
better from 2018 to now. Heck yeah, he's gotten
Yeah,
better.
he's gotten way better. But
Way better.
according to some clowns,
In
they're like, no, he
2018,
hasn't.
his decision making was poor. Like, sometimes
But
he
he's
too
raw.
fast,
It's
too
his
dribble.
age. You can't blame that.
But because
No, but
listen,
if you're
only
gonna be
because
so,
I'm
so
looking
what
at
Mbappe is seen as the pro of the generational talent for this generation of football,
Yeah, he
right?
is the gen. That's why Real Madrid have been all over him since He was 19. Like they know,
No,
everybody
but
knows.
he came there when he was 15. They didn't look at him though. He was there. He came for trials as a young boy. He even came to
Okay, well
Chelsea.
maybe
He came
the
to
thing is
Chelsea
like okay,
for
so like
trials.
Mbappe's
He went to
rise,
Man United too as
Mbappe's
well. Go
rise. Let me
on.
give you something about Mbappe's rise. So like for example, in contrast to a Neymar, like when Neymar went to Real Madrid's facilities like in the mid 2000s, is like a 12-year-old kid or 13-year-old kid. They could just see this guy is generational. Like he's next up. Like this is a talent we haven't seen in a while. But he just decided his father was able to leverage Madrid's offer and get Santos to buy him a house and buy him properties and stuff. So that was Neymar. Compared to Mbappe when he was 12, 13, 14, like he wasn't highly regarded as the rest, really, honestly. But the thing is, he only made his breakthrough. The breakthrough, Mbappe's real breakthrough, was in the under 19 European Championships,
Yeah.
and he scored in the final. He scored in the final, right, in that under 19 tournament. And he scored in the final against Portugal, and he did the C celebration.
Mhm.
Like, but yeah, man, like I think Mbappe, he only got that generational tag
In Monaco,
in like I
I
would
think it,
say like he only started really getting it. I would say like
After the World Cup, I think.
2017. No, not even after the World Cup.
I think I
Actually,
think because
okay, for me
in the Monaco
personally,
when it was
I saw
when it
him
was
as generational. I saw him as
When
generational
Monaco
when
won the league,
he
right?
scored a hat trick against Metz for Monaco.
Monaco.
Like he was the
Yeah, I
youngest
think
player
the
to
year
score a hat trick.
Monaco won the league, I think that was a
That
breakthrough
was the
year
year they won the league.
That
But
was the
like
year.
for most people, he became that generational figure
after the World Cup.
after the World Cup.
Yeah.
Maybe mostly after that Argentina game, almost
But
really. So
this is the thing though.
But
When you do
he
look at
wasn't
it,
even the best player for France at that World Cup. You know that, right?
I think he was.
No,
he
I
was
think
one
he
of
was.
three. He
That
was
was
one of
Griezmann's
three.
World Cup, though.
Not really. No, I disagree.
Yeah, well,
Griezmann was
There
good,
was
but no.
Mbappe, Kante, and Pogba that whole ball, but the whole team did, to be honest. But
Yeah, the whole team was great.
Because Tom,
when you look at it
Tom,
though,
I look
yeah,
at it
well,
now because when Liverpool fans are coming, Salah is this, Salah, and I laugh. I said, I've watched Salah in FC Basel,
yeah, but
Florentino, Roma,
this is what I never
Chelsea,
get, Abdullahi. This is what I never
now in
get.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
I've watched Salah,
Salah's
play
30.
football.
Salah's 30.
Salah is at his
He's
prime,
not had
right?
No, Tom, Tom,
he's
this
not
is
No,
had the
my
but
problem.
career that Mbappe's having at the
Tom.
moment from
This is my
19.
problem with the way with the era of social media we have right now, and with the way delusional some Liverpool fans are, because I've watched Salah play and I've seen him in terms of the way he plays football, his decision making. I've seen him play when he was the age of 24, 25. I've seen him play. I've seen Mohamed Salah play football. So I've also seen Kylian Mbappe play. So I can see the difference between the both of them. And when it comes to Liverpool, is improved under club because the way club plays fit into what Mohamed Salah was.
Hmm.
It's not even Salah. It's not even club that developed Salah. It was Luciano Spalletti that
yeah,
developed
yeah,
Mohamed Salah very
yeah.
well when he was in
Yeah,
Roma.
yeah.
When he was in Roma. So we've seen Salah. I've seen Salah play. I've seen him play. But the problem of when Liverpool comes in, he is the best in the world. For me, he's not even the best in the world because Salah, for me, in terms of complete footballer overall, is not for me. He's
No,
not.
No,
because
no,
you know
but
why? Let me quickly chip in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Salah came to Chelsea from Basel, right? There was a certain guy called Eden Hazard, right? Who was almost his mate. I think they're like a
Mm-hmm.
year difference. I think Salah was 21 or was
I think
21.
22 or 23.
yeah,
Was
and Hazard
was it?
was a year older.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was 23. Hazard was 24,
4.
right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, guess what? It was night and day, bro. Hazard was clear. Hazard is generational, right? Hazard was clear of Salah. There was no comparison. There was nothing at all. Salah saw it and said, wow, well, I can't keep up with this. I need to go somewhere because number one, Salah was shy in terms of personality. He was not, he probably didn't even say much. He was just a quiet kid. He moved to Italy, Chelsea loaned him to Italy, multiple loans, and then of course he met Spalletti in Roma, and the rest is history. Now the thing is, compare him to if I compare Mbappe is not at 24. If I compare Mbappe, when Mbappe gets to 24, if I have to compare him to when Salah was 24, it's going to be night and day, right? Salah is not generational. He's not even close. He's nothing close. He developed late. He's a late bloomer, right? He
Mhm.
blew when he was 27, pretty much 26, 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe, I think since he was 17, people have already tagged this guy as the next thing, like what Tosin said. So I think,
Well, him and Haaland really
yeah,
are.
I
Yeah.
think it's clear. There's no comparison. Mbappe is clear of Salah. It doesn't even matter whatever Salah is doing now because Salah is in his prime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and Mbappe's not even
For
in his
me, this,
prime
this
yet.
this is how I look at it. Okay, when we're talking about the last 22 years of football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the best wingers. Okay, so Salah is a wing. I look at Salah as a winger,
no, he's an
and that's
inside
why
forward. He's an
He's an
he's
inside
an
inside
forward.
inside
forward.
forward. But he started off as a
He's a
wide player.
winger.
He's a wide
Yeah, that
player,
when he
right?
was playing as a wide player, he was crap. He was crap,
And
right?
and I'm
So
gonna say this though, him playing as a wide player, right? So him starting off and just being fundamentally being a wide player, it's just funny that like he can't dribble. Like he can't. Like how can you be the best player in the world and you're a wide player and you can't dribble, bro? That just don't make sense, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like you guys can say that that sounds harsh or
I
that
agree. I agree.
I'm an aesthetics merchant. No, like you can't be the best player in the world if you can't beat players. That's the hardest thing to do in football, apart from score goals, is to beat players, bro.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, beating players might even be harder than scoring goals, like sometimes, bro. To beat a man with the ball, like, and when we're talking about 22 years, like the last 22 years of football, okay, if you exclude Ronaldo and Messi, right, in this winger like profile,
mhm.
I look at it as okay because Liverpool fans are trying to say Salah is the best winger
Yeah. The
ever,
problem
like
is.
or like of the 21st century. And when, in my opinion, when I look at players that played on the wing, there's Dino,
Mm-hmm.
there's Neymar,
Mm-hmm.
there's Robin, there's Di Maria,
How about Ribery?
there's
Ribery.
Ribery, there's Hazard,
Mm-hmm.
then there's Salah or Mane, and then there's like your then there's even Bale, Figo. Like these are the players that are there. Like I can't put Salah. When I put Salah, Salah is he's like ahead of Mane to me. That I think him and Mane are just in that same tier. Like Salah fans don't want to admit it, but like I feel like Salah and Mane, like Salah is discernibly better, but Salah and Mane are just in the same tier of player, bro. Like that's just how I see it, bro. Because when we're talking about the elite of that position, with the Dinos, the Neymars, the Robins, like Ribery's, Di Maria, like I don't see them in that light, bro. I just don't. Like I just don't. With all due respect to, Liverpool fans. So
But
like
but also my problem with Liverpool fans is I think see I understand their love for Mohamed Salah, but for you guys to call him the best in the world is a little bit for me. I will call it overstretch for me.
No. At
Overstretch.
it's a
some
huge
point,
stretch. It's a
Abdullah,
huge
this
stretch.
season, at some point
He's a
this
great
season,
player, but they
he
have to
was he
overrate
was
him.
the
It is
best.
what it is.
I think at some point this season, I think I could say,
Yes,
okay,
he was best
yeah,
form in the world.
yeah,
Okay,
at some
fine,
point,
but
yeah, just before Christmas, that spell, that stretch of a
Mm-hmm.
month or two, I think from mid-November to Christmas, he was the
Mhm.
best player, in the world.
yeah.
I would lie because what he was
Bro,
doing
but
was out
yo,
of
did
this
did
world.
you see the list? Like you know the FIFA the best awards, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what they did is they listed all the candidates like side by side, right? Lewandowski, Messi, Ronaldo, like Salah. Bro, Salah had less dribbles than Ronaldo and Holland and
This
Lewandowski.
season,
Yes, that
oh,
season he did. That's I don't care, man. That's weird, bro.
I
Like
know,
you're a
but
wide
Terry, but
player.
those,
Like
but those,
yo,
but
you're
those
a
thing,
wide player.
we don't watch stats, man. We watch the game. I don't care about stats.
And but the thing is like his stats too, like his goals, right? For the year. Like it wasn't the highest. It was the lowest. He was the lowest in all the categories. And he was still nominated. I'm not hating on Salah. I just think that the Liverpool faithful, they've done a good job of, you know, elevating him to a status that he's just not. He's just not at. Like with all like Salah versus Mbappe. I'm sorry, Mbappe is better. Mbappe is just better. Like
Wow.
that's no disrespect to Salah. Mbappe is just better. He's just better.
Wow, there are 8 matches tomorrow in the Premier League. 8. Wow. That's the most in one day this season, I think. 8 matches tomorrow in the Premier League. That's amazing. It's gonna be a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Abdullah, I don't think there's any more to add to this debate, though. Unless you have something to say.
Yo, Abdullah.
Are you there? Well, maybe Abdullah has kicked. But the thing is,
I'm not going anywhere.
no, I was just saying that
Mhm.
we don't have anything else to add to this.
Because Emmy, my problem with it is I've seen Liverpool fans because when they
I
talk,
don't care about Liverpool fans.
See,
Bro.
I don't even care about them. And but my issue with that is they say, look at Salah, look at the goals he score, look at blah, blah, blah. I'm like, can you guys just relax? If you're talking about Salah, you have to talk about Kylian Mbappe too, because I've seen Mbappe score the worldy goal in UCL. I've seen him score worldy.
You know one thing about
Relax.
Salah, right? And maybe I might be wrong. Well, I can't remember a game in the Champions League that Salah actually took by himself against a top
Oh
club.
no. To be fair,
I can't remember
Roma, his first season.
when he
The
was at
Roma
Roma.
game. No, when he played Roma in the
Roma is not
Was
a
it the
big club,
semis?
though. Roma is not a big club.
I'm just saying he looked crazy in that game. He was unbelievable. Like he
And
looked
Roma
like
was
Messi. He looked like
his former
Messi in
club,
that game.
so it could have been. Just tell me another game. Has he balled against Madrid? He didn't do that last season.
He's had some good games to be fair. Like against okay, the game they lost 3-0, even though they
Have
lost
they
3-0 to
have they
Barca.
played Bayern Munich? Okay, no, they've not.
No, they haven't. Oh, actually, no, they have. They have, I
They
think.
have.
But
When
Mane was good, and Mane scored the big goal in that game.
they played Bayern Munich
In
which season?
18-19, Nico Kovac from out here.
Oh, that was a crap Bayern. Was it the year that they won the Champions
Yeah,
League?
the year they won it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I always say I can't remember a game. I'll be like, wow, Salah. But I can tell you how many games Mbappe has decided by himself. So well,
Yes,
we'll
give me
see. We'll
give me
see.
your take
I
on Salah.
don't have anything more to add.
Let me hear from Yessi and other guys. Yessi, Kylian Mbappe or Mohamed Salah. I know you and don't bring up Marcus Ballon d'Or Rashford. Don't do that, please. Please. I don't want to have that debate right now because I don't have that strength of having that debate. So I don't want to have that debate. Just pure Salah Kylian Mbappe. Your take on him. Yes, are you there? I got my man on the way. He on the
Wait,
way.
is he there?
I don't think
I think he muted himself because if people want to debate Salah, say I understand the goal Salah scored.
Okay,
I'm
let's
not-
do the
Okay.
the numbers. By
So-
the numbers, is Salah having a better season?
by the numbers.
I know Mbappe has more assists for sure.
I'm looking at because I saw the stat on the CBS Sport on against PSG versus Madrid that Mbappe has played 50 matches, 50 goals and assists, and 32 goals in just this season. And that's like, is it this season or last season? Because I'm not sure. Very
No,
well.
that's not from this season. I don't think so.
It's not from this season. He's played 50 games, 50 goals and assists, and he has
Where?
32 goals
Who's
already.
that?
50
Kylian
games
Mbappe.
already at this point in the
No,
season.
I'm not sure if
That's
this season or not.
It's not this season. It's not this. They
Yeah.
don't
I'm
play
not.
this
So I
season.
don't know the start where CBS got the
The
start.
most they probably have played this season will be 30 something game, maybe 32 games.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
because people when
That's
CBS
probably-
bought
Yeah. Man City too. Man City.
when
UCL.
CBS bought the
That's a
bought
good
this cover,
point.
they was
He was
like
great in that
he's
game.
played
too.
50 games.
Oh yeah, he was. That
They
was
said he played
actually
50
the game I
games,
said saying
50
okay,
goals
who
and
is this
assists,
kid?
and he scored 32 goals. I was like,
Yeah,
50
after that
games.
17-18 Man City game, that's when I said, who is this kid? I said, this kid, watch out for him. After that game, he bossed that game, man.
No, Salah is a
Especially the
great
second
player,
especially the
man.
second leg.
Salah's a great
he's a
player.
good player. I'm not doubting, but to the best in the world, that's a big stretch. That's a big stretch for me. Best in the world?
Is Salah even the best in Africa? I don't think so.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
If we're talking the continent of Africa right now,
No, he's not.
I mean, he's probably Salah.
No, it's not him.
If it's not Salah,
he didn't do anything in the Nations Cup. He didn't do anything. It's like
I
Messi,
know, but like
it's like Messi taking Argentina to the 2010 finals, 2010 or 2014.
Because this is
finals, and there was nothing because in the 2014 World Cup, you can't say Messi was the best player.
Because I think I watched.
Messi was really good in the World Cup. Don't rewrite history like this, Emmy.
He was not the best player in the World Cup though. In 2014, Messi was not the best player in that World Cup.
He was top three. He was top three with Robin and James.
This is the problem now. I watched the 2006 Nations Cup where Mohamed Aboutrika played. That year. I think was
2010.
Is it 2010 or 2006?
Yeah, Aboutrika played 3. Yeah, he was in that trio. 2006.
Yeah, Aboutrika is a better footballer than Salah.
I was going there because I don't know if it's 26 or 2009.
But you can't say that. Well, like you can't say he's had a better career, right? So,
because Aboutrika stayed back in Africa. He played for Al Ahly.
Al Ahly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because people come out there and say Egyptian national team has a trash team. They're not playing onto Salah's level. They're too trash. Salah is the one carrying.
That's BS, man, guy.
Like, why are you giving him this excuse? Why are you doing this?
It's like saying Poland has a trash team.
Why are you giving him
Lewandowski? No. Abdullahi is like saying Poland has a trash team and Lewandowski is managing the team. That doesn't make sense. Poland has a good team, just like this. This Egypt team is not bad. They are very, it's just that they had a horrible coach. They had their coach is horrible. That's why you didn't see them come out. Are you saying that this Egypt team is not as good as, on a good day, they could play good football? Just that they have a bad coach. Carlos Queiroz.
He just wants to defend. He
plays haram football.
Terrorist football. So that's my problem with that, because if you look at this, when people can ask us, like, just for that, just relax.
But wait, who is the best? Okay, if we're saying who's the best footballer in Africa right now?
In Africa, right now?
If we're saying footballer
right now?
Footballer right now?
I have to say Mahrez.
I'll say Riyad Mahrez.
I don't know. I'll say Moses Simon.
Oh, relax.
Based on what I saw in the Nations Cup, Mahrez didn't ball.
No, we're talking about just class.
Forget class. No. Let's leave class.
Like class of player.
We just finished a competition, right? I'm gonna grade you on that competition and nothing else. Yeah, Mahrez was ass. He was trash.
He was.
Yeah, he was. So why are you telling me Mahrez is not the best player? No, Mahrez never get his team out of the round of, out of the group.
No, but I'm just talking to just like player, just stand alone, like as a player.
I mean? Let me not lie. Let me also not lie, right? I will also give a big shout out to Edmond Tapsoba of Burkina Faso. He is also one of, to me, because he doesn't have to be a striker to be the best player in Africa. You could actually be the best in your own department. And to me, if it's not Tapsoba had a fantastic tournament, probably one of the standout players in the tournament. I see. I don't use names on the back of your chair to judge you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm watching the game.
If I'm doing it as a
based on
as
the
just standalone, right? Yeah, just I like my 4 would be Mahrez, Mahrez Koulibaly, Salah, and Mane.
That's all names, though. That's all names.
But those are the best, though.
No, dude, they're not the best. How do you know? Because they play some system crap in Europe?
No, they are the best, bro.
No, they're not. They're not.
They are the best. They're playing at the highest level, bro. Like, what are you saying?
No, that's what you think. But let them come to the grass in Africa and show us they're the best. In the grass in Africa, they're not the best. Dude, they just finished Nations Cup last 2 weeks.
But
It's not as if,
Koulibaly, Mane just won an AFCON, and
yeah,
Mahrez has won an
I agree.
AFCON before too.
I agree with Koulibaly. Koulibaly
And
was
Mahrez has won an AFCON too before. So
Mahrez. That was 2 years ago. We're talking of right now. The competition
Mm-hmm.
just finished 2 weeks ago. You can't say, "Oh, let's use 2 years
So are
ago."
we gonna say the best African player right now is Abubakar? Are we gonna say that?
Oh, Abubakar,
It's an Abubakar.
he was the best in the tournament, right? Or did he get the golden ball? I don't know. Well,
I
he
think
he
he is.
showed us a different. See, you don't have to. So
No, Mane did.
yeah, I think Mane. Yeah, Mane. You could say Mane is the best right now because he decided some games. I was actually watching
Yo,
the
man,
road.
that man is spitting, man. Neymar is that dude, bro. He is.
I know. Nene is a baller.
Who is
eh,
that? Neymar.
Nene is a baller. We know
Who is
that.
Nene?
Yeah, Neymar Junior.
Neymar Junior, Neymar dos Santos.
I
See,
call him
Neymar reminds me. I said it here before. He brings back the old days of playing football, the way football is supposed to be played. He's the only player currently in world football that actually will get you off your feet, get you off your seat, and make you,
Yeah.
clap. And that type of football is dying because these days, all we're talking about is press,
press,
overload,
pass one match.
overload, press, overload, run,
Intensity.
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 Then we talk about, hey, half space overloads, all that stuff. That's crap.
Because I also think
Football has gone from if you notice right, in the past there, football used to be 1v1, like me versus
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to show you on the field.
You
that
have to
I'm
win
gonna
your
dribble-
individual
Yes.
battle. Yeah.
But guess what? These days you don't have to win your individual
It's
battle.
1v3, 1v4.
Yeah, it's now about it's numerical advantage in different parts of the field. 3v2, 2v2, 2v1, 3v4. That's what football has turned to. So now the most skilled players are now seen as, oh, this guy is so wasteful. Hey, this guy loses the ball a lot. What's wrong with him? Because you know why he loses the ball a lot? Because now it's now more 2 versus 3.
It's harder, yeah.
It's no more 1v1 because 1v1 the guy will beat his player, right?
Yeah.
And you know why? You know why that is happening? It's because there are less difference makers in teams these days. In those days, you used to have about 5-6 players that are difference makers that could dribble you all over. Look at Cafu as a right back. Cafu will beat you on that right line and cross the ball to Shevchenko. It's a goal. Almost every time that happens, it's a goal.
When I look at Neymar, when I look at him, what kind of makes me so much happy, like when I watch him so much, is it reminds me a little bit of Prime Ronaldinho. When Ronaldinho wants to play like one or three.
No, he's not. He's not.
A little bit.
No, not even close. Even
like
Neymar will tell you the things Ronaldinho. Did you watch Ronaldinho in Barcelona?
Oh no. You guys don't know. You guys want me to give you the truth? Want me to give you the truth? Like,
if you watch,
if you're comparing Neymar, Ronaldinho,
I'm talking about.
If we're talking talent for talent,
no, Ronaldinho beats him though.
I don't know. I think it's Neymar, man. Because
no.
There isn't one technical gesture that Ronaldinho can do that Neymar can't do. Let's keep it real. Let's tell the truth.
Okay. You see all those. You see the flip. Did you watch the no? Oh, did you watch Ronaldinho versus Michel Salgado in that Classico?
Yeah, he did an elastico.
Oh my God, he killed Salgado. He killed him. He retired Salgado from Madrid. And guess what? Salgado, at that time, Salgado was regarded as a very top right back at the time. He ate him up many times. He ate him so much that, man, the guy had to stop playing for Madrid after that game. They benched him till his contract ran out. That's what Neymar
I've seen Neymar
that's
do.
That's what Ronaldinho could do to you. You know that move Ronaldinho did at the World Cup in 2002 against Seaman. No, against Ashley Cole. It was Ashley Cole.
Yeah, I remember.
When Ashley Cole kicked grass, man, he kicked grass twice, bro. He kicked grass. He kicked air. You know how good Ashley Cole was rated? He ate Ashley Cole for free. Oh
Yeah.
my god! And then he made
No,
that.
Ronaldinho. He's the
The things
Godfather. He's
Ronaldinho did with the ball. Oh my god! I
look,
don't
man.
think.
Look, you know the Godfather, right? You know Ronaldinho is Vito Corleone. Okay, Neymar is Michael. Okay, he's the son. You know what I mean? He's the
Mm-hmm.
son.
I agree.
And the thing is like, what's it called? Like, man, like what Ronaldinho will do, I get it. But the thing with Neymar is that like Neymar, if we're talking science of the game, a smaller frame helps you. A smaller frame in football kind of helps you in the sense that like your speed and fluidity is different. Because when I
Oh
look at
no, Ronaldinho's
Neymar
speed
in
was
his
good
pump,
too.
yeah, Dino had speed. Don't get me wrong, and Dino had more power. But like the
Uh-huh.
thing is, when I see Neymar, he's like the most fluid flare dribbler ever because
Oh, I remember
it's
that.
it's not
What
just
Dino did to
tricks.
Ramos? Jesus.
It's balance. It's change of direction. It's agility. Like
Mhm.
he's lighter on his feet than Ronaldinho was. Dino has a stockier frame. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
Bernard. Let me tell you this: what he did to Ramos, that Ramos was a rugged Ramos. You know, as Ramos grew older, as Sergio Ramos grew older, to me, he became more aware about certain things. When he was in Sevilla, he was so raw. Like
Mhm.
Ramos was raw and rugged, man. He was,
but Ramos is a right back.
yeah, he was a right
Young
back.
Ramos
Yep.
as a right back was a he was no disrespect, but he was embarrassing, man. Like Henri, a finished Henri or a semi-finished Henri, he finished him in that 6-2 Clasico.
Yeah.
Yo, Henri did a sombrero flick over over Ramos.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't there, bro. Like
Mhm.
he was doing so crazy ish, man. Like and then I don't know. I've seen Neymar do some shit
I
though.
just because
Like okay, so like what Dino did to Salgado, look at what Neymar did to Carvajal
cover.
in
I was about to go.
2017.
I was
20
about to
it
go there.
was
I
a
was about to go.
reverse. It was an what Dino did an elastico. Neymar did the reverse elastico, like a little flip flap. Yo,
But
he
how
Talking
did the
about
come?
that,
How
flip
come?
flap.
Tosin,
He did
name
How
the
what of
come?
flip
Neymar in
How
flap.
Santos?
come?
Yo,
What
Carvajal,
of Neymar?
Carvajal went to
What
the
of
other
Neymar in
world. What?
Santos?
Yeah, I
Neymar in
know.
Santos
How
was
come? How come Neymar never got a standing ovation though in the Bernabeu?
Man, come on, they don't love him like that. Now, Dino's way more lovable
Only
than
three
Nadine.
Barcelona players have gotten a standing ovation: Diego Maradona, Ronaldinho, and Andres Iniesta. Only those three Barcelona players have ever gotten a standing ovation in the
maybe
Bernabeu.
Mbappe will get this.
No, Bernabeu. He's playing. He's going to play for Madrid.
Mbappe will
Let's
play for them. Yeah, we're talking about
Unless,
opposition players.
no, I'm talking about
Yeah,
opposition. Ronaldinho, do you know what it is for a
yeah.
Barcelona player to get a standing ovation in the
That's true.
Bernabeu? It's almost impossible because
Yeah,
man, you must have played them off the park. After Ronaldinho destroyed Madrid that day, no, you had to give it to him. I was like,
it's
at,
funny though
at some point, I
because
was like, no, they need to
the
test this guy
game.
though. He's just unplayable. He took it
By
personal.
the way, a lot of people say Neymar. Like, yo, I like that point Bernard just brought up. He's like Neymar was unfortunate not to get that free role position
Yeah, that's
because
true.
a lot of people like to say that like Neymar, the biggest mistake of Neymar's career was going to PSG,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
but no. The biggest mistake of
I
Neymar's
was going to
career
Barca.
was going to Barca.
He should
Barcelona.
have gone to
That was
Madrid.
his biggest mistake
Uh-huh.
because if he goes to another club,
Mm-hmm.
he gets I think he gets even better. Like I think he gets used way different,
Because
way
I
more
remember when he was in
creatively than
Santos,
other
Chelsea wanted to
clubs.
buy him. When
When Neymar moved to Barcelona, right, Tosin, football was changing. That was when we had just gotten done with the Pep era, right? Football had changed. It was getting more as it was more becoming a team sport than an individual
individual sport, yeah.
flow.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was getting more tactical. So there
yeah.
is no way they would have given Messi a free role and giving Neymar also a free role. Back in the
You
days
couldn't do that.
when
Yeah.
we used to watch the Galacticos, right, in the early 2000s, Zidane had a free role.
Yeah.
It's funny. Pep
Raul was
wanted him,
free.
Bernard.
Yeah, Pep wanted him. That's true.
Pep
In
wanted
2013.
Neymar in 20.
13.
No,
13. But
no,
what
he
happened is
left
the
in
book talked
2012.
about this book, Pep Confidential. They talked about the reason. Oh yeah, he left in 2012. But yeah, Pep told him though, like when he was doing a sabbatical in New York, right after he left Barca, he did a full year sabbatical in New York,
Yep,
and he had
George
already
left
agreed
it.
to the Bayern job. He told them, "I would like to get Neymar," but they said they just opted for Götze on a free transfer instead. So.
Because Neymar's transfer, up to today, nobody knows the amount
Oh,
of.
they paid 100 million. Let me
They
tell you
paid
that
more
right
than
now.
what was 100. They paid
I
more
think
than
it's more
that. They
than that.
kept paying until he almost left. So they didn't stop paying Neymar's money. I think till the year before he left Barcelona. I think that was
Yeah,
when he stopped. They kept paying 50 million, 60
it
million,
was so
60 million.
shady. It was so
Like,
shady. That's like
like
even Perez pulled out of the deal because of how shady everything was.
every
Yeah.
day there was a new owner of this guy, right? At some
Yeah,
point,
exactly. I was like, who is this?
there'll
Who is the agent of
there'll be a
this man?
new
Who is the
owner. They'll
agent?
be like, "Oh, Neymar has a new owner." There were 5 owners
I
for
was
this
like,
player. I was like, "How can you have 5 owners?" All that crap is stopped now, right? So now no more multiple owners for players. No more,
just one.
all those Latin American crap. The player just has one agent, and the agent gets a fixed amount. When there's a transfer, I think a fixed percentage amount. They can't go more than a particular percentage. So.
So, I want to talk about something else. Yes, are you there? The man, maybe he slept off. Maybe yes, he slept off.
Is he in the UK?
No, yeah, he said this is it California or something? Something like that.
Oh, he's here. Okay, then it's not that late.
It's not that
No,
late.
it's not. It's 5:30.
I think is it California? What did
Yeah,
they tell me? Because EJ
yeah.
is in Washington DC. EJ is in WC Washington DC. So I want to talk about something else. Tosin, I want to bring in. Please take your bias out. Take whatever you want to take out. Take anything out. Just be pure. You're just pure football. Pure football.
100,
There
bro.
was a
Hit me,
discussion
hit
on
me.
the TO recently, and that discussion has been going over and over. Liverpool fans have been going all out loud and be shouting. Van Dijk is a better player, a better all-round player than Thiago Silva in terms of player. Tosin, as a PSG fan, take out your bias, be purest. Thiago Silva and Virgil van Dijk, who is a better player?
Thiago Silva and who?
Van Dijk and Thiago Silva.
Between Van Dijk and Thiago Silva, obviously Thiago Silva.
Because Liverpool fans have been like Van Dijk is an overall better player, and right now is
Like
because
today, he's probably a better player than Thiago Silva today, and that could even be the debatable too, right? Because
At
Thiago
30,
Silva
at
had a great year.
37, bro. At 37,
Thiago Silva is 37 years of age. You know that.
yeah.
Tosin?
People think Thiago Silva is
Yeah.
24. When Thiago Silva was in his 20s, there was
Yeah, no. When Thiago Silva was in his 20s in his pomp, he's playing with the Nestas, the
Yep.
The Maldini.
Maldinis.
Yeah.
He's learning from them, and then he's
You
heading
know-
another full project in Paris in his 20s. And
You
Van Dijk
know-
did not go to Liverpool till he was 27.
It was in Celtic.
Yeah, he was at Celtic and
So
Southampton.
let me
right?
just say this: Thiago Silva is the last defender from the old generation in this current generation. That means what I'm saying is
No, Ramos too.
oh, but
Sergio
Ramos is not playing at the highest level anymore. I know he's in PSG,
Hey,
but he's not even kicked the
chill.
ball. He's not kicked the ball. Yeah, I can't call Ramos right now because guess what? Ramos got good like in the last 8 years. Like that's when he got into the conversation. Thiago Silva has been there since he came to Europe in 2011, 2010, 2011. And he was the last person that played, alongside Nesta and Maldini.
Maldini, yeah.
If you learn from those two real time, bro, and guess what? I won't lie to you because I also followed Milan those days. I've not seen the guy make multiple errors in the same game, like errors that were very glaring. Like that guy is such a good footballer, though. Like Like he
No,
is so
Thiago
good.
Silva is one of the most flawless center backs I've ever seen. Like I don't think he has a weakness,
Yes,
genuinely.
I'm telling
Like
you.
I don't think he has a weakness. Like he will read the game. He could play with his feet. He can lead from the. He can organize his back line. Like
Mm-hmm.
he can. What's it called? Like he can sweep. You know. He can play. He could be the position, calm, composed center
One
back.
v one,
Like
1v1, he wins his duels.
1v1, he will win
Mhm.
his duels. Like man, in his peak, Thiago Silva in his peak 1v1 was unstoppable. Like
No,
people
it
don't
was
know how much of a
impossible. Yeah, it was
like go
impossible.
look at the Messi versus Thiago Silva in 2013. Like Thiago Silva had him, like bro, he was all over him. But the thing with Van Dyke is like Van Dyke, Van Dyke is an unbelievable player too. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it twisted.
He's a good
Like we're
athlete though.
talking about, he has everything. He has speed. He has height. He can jump. He's got technique.
Can
He can
Yeah.
dribble.
switch the game with his long passes.
Long
Like
passes, yeah.
Van Dyke has everything.
Everything.
The
Mhm.
only thing that so these are two flawless center backs. The thing is, like, the only thing though, like Van Dyke's weakness is you can, which is why it's funny because his weakness can also be seen as a strength for some,
Mhm.
or as an illusion of a strength for some, because you know that stat Van Dyke has 0 times dribble passed, right?
Pass, yes. Mhm.
That's because Van Dyke doesn't. He's very clever. Okay, so like a lot of players don't challenge him one on one, but if they did, you will see Van Dyke
Lost.
because he will look a little heavy footed in those situations.
Mhm.
Trust me,
Like it will make some clumsy decision making.
yeah, but the thing is, like, Van Dyke is just so clever because he drops well. But, if you're really aggressive in attack in a one on one,
Mhm.
strictly one on one, we're not talking 1-on-2, 1-on-3, we're just talking one on one, strictly aggressive, you can get something from Van Dyke. You can
Mhm.
get something from him, bro. Like, you
Yep.
can cook him. But, you know, overall, man, like, dude, Van Dijk is a flawless center back, bro. You can't take much away from him. So that's the thing. Like we're talking about two flawless center backs. So now
Mhm.
we're gonna have to look at their careers. And if we're doing career wise, like Van Dijk is a late bloomer compared to Thiago Silva, who was
Yeah,
a
I'm
late
telling
bloomer too in his own right too. But Van Dijk is even more of a late bloomer. And if we're going peak for peak, I think Thiago Silva is just better. He's better. Like
you. Yeah,
you just
I
have to
think so
give
too.
a Got to go with Thiago Silva. But that's nothing against Van Dijk because
Mhm.
Van Dijk's career is still going. Who knows? Van Dijk could win a couple
Yeah, that's a very
more
good
from now,
one
so
from
you never
Bernard.
know. But as of right now, it's like they have Van Dijk has a seat at the table with the Ramoses, the Thiago Silvas. He has a seat at the table, but when you do the comparison, you know the answer. It's those guys over Van Dyke. They just Van Dyke has to still earn. He still has a lot to earn. You know
What
what I
about
mean?
Diego Godin and Van Dijk?
Van Dyke's better than Godin, bro.
You think so?
Yeah,
Van Dijk is
yeah,
very
he's
good.
better.
He drop ups and wait for attacker to commit and then challenge. It's very effective technique, but could be countered if the attacker is tricky. Yes, this could work in the pair like let me see. Let me see. For me, I think if he get his brain right together and he uses his talent very well, Ousmane Dembele for me.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Responding to what Emen said in terms of his trickiness, because he said Van Dijk is very clever. He drops up and wait for attacker to commit and then challenges. Very effective technique and could be countered if attacker is
Yeah,
tricky.
that's what I was
And I
saying. Yeah,
said
that's what
maybe
I was
player like
saying.
Dembele with his trickiness and everything could affect Van Dijk in terms of countering because
Bro,
Dembele.
do you know who broke Van Dyke's? Because Van Dyke had that 0 times dribble pass stat, right?
Mhm.
Do you know who broke it? Do you know the player that broke that stat? That was the first to dribble past Van Dyke.
Who was that? I think
It was Nicolas Pepe, bro.
Nicolas Pepe
Yeah, it was Nicolas Pepe, bro. Yeah, so and Nicolas Pepe is, you know,
is very rare, two-footed player. And we
before before
is
before recently, like Nicolas Pepe was a very direct player. I don't know how I
mhm,
watch him now recently, but he's very direct. So it's a guy that's very direct. Like if
yeah.
it's Maximan,
maybe Saint Maximin, play like Maximin, yeah, Maximin,
A
yeah.
1v1, he be licking his chops. He thinks he can beat him. He'll, you know what
I
I mean?
think
Like,
those. I think if Saint Maximin worked with better coaches, like a better coach, that can make his decision making very good, I think it could be up there for me. Because for me, it's just too good. Maximin,
Who is that? Saint
Saint
Maximin?
Maximin, Alex Saint Maximin, yeah,
Oh man, that boy is good.
he's
Oh
a
my
baller.
days, I
He's
won't
a
lie
baller.
to you, man. I see. When Blue Eyes was always praising the guy, I was like, man, Blue Eyes always praising. Man, I took my time to watch this boy. Wow,
He's a baller.
that boy, the
nah,
energy,
he been a
the
baller. He been a
speed.
baller.
Oh boy, he is good. He can
You know,
he
you
can
know,
he
you
can
know,
go
you want, you
he
know
can
when I
go
know
two
he was the
sides. He
truth.
can go two sides. He can
He
go
can go
left. He
both
can go
ways. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
You
think
know
that's
what?
what catches most defenders because you don't know where he's gonna go.
Yeah.
He can go left, he can go right. And he's quick. The way he moves his legs, wow. Yeah, he's good.
Nah, you know when I knew he was the
He's
truth.
a baller.
Wait,
I
how
watched
could they
him. I
buy
watched him
two?
in a. I watched him in a.
I
It
think he
was a
plays in the French
Champions
league,
League.
right? French league.
Yeah, he played in Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Yes.
he
was.
plays in this, yeah.
It was a Champions League qualifier between Nice and Napoli. Napoli ended up winning, right? But bro, say Maxima when the anthem played, he was smiling. He was so happy, you know, because he never experienced Champions League before. And
Oh,
when he got on that pitch, that boy, Hisai, whatever, he almost retired him, bro. He almost retired.
oh,
He's a baller.
the right back.
But the
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
problem is, Tosin, the
yeah.
problem is, can Newcastle, even if Newcastle escape relegation, can they keep Saint Maximin from the big
Yes,
clubs?
they'll keep him. They'll give him
yeah.
more
They'll
money.
keep him. They'll keep
Oh
him.
yeah. I think he likes the place too. You know one thing
Yeah,
about
he's a
him,
cult. You can be. That's a
he could be a
nice
cult.
place for cult hero.
He can be a modern day Aspria, the Faustino Aspria.
Mm.
Because in the 90s, Newcastle had that guy Faustino Aspria, the Colombian, right? He plays the same way like Maximo. They dribble, they have flair. They can move the ball anyway,
You
right?
know, there
So
were these type of players back in the 2000s. Like there was a Pablo Aimar in the 2000s, a
oh yeah,
playmaker, right? Like
Pablo
I'm talking
Aimar.
about players that are playing at quote unquote obscure clubs and
Yeah.
develop a cult hero following there. Like
Mhm.
honestly, we there needs to be space in the game for that. Okay,
Yeah,
like not everybody needs to go to, you know,
Real
one of the
Madrid.
big
Yeah,
clubs.
Madrid, yeah.
Exactly. You know,
Pablo Aimar was
even
so
though you guys
good.
might not be happy with like, but you know, JJ Okocha,
Yeah.
could have played for a like he had the talent to play for a prime
I don't
Serie
know.
A club
No,
or you know
I think he
Madrid.
came too soon. I was telling someone if JJ Okocha was in the current generation, he'll be going for 200 million. Because man,
Yeah,
what
because he's too
what what
good.
what he did with the ball, not very many players in this current generation
Can
can
do
do it.
what the coach does, yeah. Can
Yeah,
do
I
exactly.
Yeah,
tell you,
so
he'll probably be playing for Barcelona or Madrid.
Oh,
exactly
Madrid.
like so that's what
Or
these
Bayern.
guys like you know Saint Maximin can be. He can be in that you know that one that so like a Pablo Aimar, a Kacha or
Even
you
Zaha.
know or yeah,
For
even like
example.
even like Zaha's kind of like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, players that played for that, you know, that one club, Riquelme at Villarreal, you
Oh,
know, just
Raquel,
a cult
man.
hero, man, just a
Oh,
cult hero.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the game has gone, man. The game has gone. Riquelme. One Roman Riquelme. Boy.
Yeah. Those are ballers. And also there's this guy to remember in those years.
I can't believe. Wait, who was the Barcelona coach that told him he was not good? I think it was Van Gaal, right? That Van Gaal has been a Ramsey since. Van Gaal said Riquelme is not good. He sold him.
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
he
It's
sold
because he
Riquelme.
was he was a trequartista, you know, playing in a European style. Like it just didn't suit him.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went to Villarreal, he had that guy Marcos Senna, and he played right in front of Marcos Senna.
Yeah, and
And
yeah,
he
Diego
was
Forlan up top.
he was
That's
magic.
Yeah.
I
But
also
yeah, man, you know, regarding this
Wait,
Van Dyke
no, I don't.
sus.
Wait, bring on what Bernard just said. He said Okocha. No, which
Okocha
pressing? He
would
will beat the
arguably
press.
no. See,
He will eat the
I think
press.
let me address this. I think my problem. See, I had a conversation with my dad, and
Pressing, pressing.
we still have that argument today. He just left my room out, and when it was like, when you guys were talking about, it, we were just laughing, and he walked out because he keep telling me if Okocha plays in this area of football, he said it would destroy every defender in the world. It would destroy them. Massive. He said it would
Okocha was
massive destroy them.
press Bernard. Okocha was press resistance. You know that, right? Because that's
Yeah,
the
you know
reason
how
why
to
more
shield the
people
ball.
come
You
to
need to know
him.
how to shield the ball and stuff. So
Yeah, and he knew how to exactly. He will turn you around. And guess what? When he beats your press, the field is so big for him. He can pick a pass too. He's good
yeah,
at picking passes. He'll
yeah.
pick a pass.
Yeah, he is. That's how good of a player he is. He's just so good. Man, Okocha for me give me so much happiness. It's just unfortunate that it didn't last. It didn't last longer, and the injury did not allow me to enjoy him.
No,
Injury.
not really. I think age was catching up with him too.
Yeah,
You know,
he was 30. He was in
yeah,
his
he
late
was getting
30s.
older because when you enjoy Okocha was when he was at PSG. That was when he was at his prime.
PSG and Real Bolton.
Not really.
Bolton, PSG, and Turkey. He was really good in
Okay, yeah.
Turkey.
I
In
think
Turkey, he scored.
Frankfurt.
He was scoring free kicks
yeah,
every game
yeah,
in
almost
Turkey.
every game. He was good on the dead ball too.
Very good in dead ball specialist. Is a dead ball specialist for me though. Very
Yeah.
good in dead
I
ball.
can't. I can never forget his debut for Nigeria Super Eagles.
Yeah.
I think we played Algeria in the National Stadium in 1993. Then this guy, I don't know who the guy is. They said he's so good. His name is he plays in Frankfurt. Blah blah blah. I was like, okay, let's watch him because guess what? The former Nigeria number 10 was Etim Essien, right? Etim
Mhm.
Essien, he played in Belgium. He had some issues. He did some girl things and things just went. He had indiscipline issues. So they brought in Okocha as a young kid. And guess what? The first time this guy gets the ball, he drags the player to the corner flag. He flips the ball over the Algerian. He waits for him to come back. He dribbles him again two times. He
Yeah.
puts the guy on the
I,
ground.
I watch it. I
At
watch that
some
stuff.
point, I just said, "Hey, who's this guy?" They said, "Oh, he's Austin JJ Okocha." Wow. I said, "Man, man, he just killed this guy, man."
He has that great ball retention
And that
also.
and that 93 Algerian team was really good too. And he ate them alive. He was unplayable that day. He was unplayable. Yeah.
Because
But he's
when I spoke to my dad about Okocha, my dad just he said the only one he said he believed Okocha was just unlucky in terms of his football career, not to win, not
yeah,
to
he
be
was.
in
But
he said
one
not
thing
to
I
be
like about no, Okocha was
the
in the FIFA 100 of the
yeah.
last century.
Because he said that, but then he said he hurt him a lot. People are mentioning Leo Messi, Ronaldo. He said none of those players can lace a boot in front of JJ Okocha in terms of
I think
talent.
they actually recognize that. That's why till today in PSG in Paris, in Parc de France,
Yeah, you
PSG.
got. We're talking now. We're talking like street football. Like we're
Yeah,
Yeah,
talking
my daddy
like
said he
street.
hurt him a lot when people argue on social media that Messi this. He said no one between Messi and Ronaldo can lace a boot on. When the coach play football, they sit down and watch. That's what my daddy said. They sit and watch and say, "Whoa, who is this guy?"
yeah, he's good. He
That's
was
how
good.
good he is.
He was a
Yeah,
baller.
yeah, that's a
And
little too far,
he
but
hated
I
Arsenal,
get it.
man. He always scored against. He always did something against Arsenal. He didn't like Arsenal.
Yeah, Bolton always used to beat Arsenal. I heard.
Maldini foul on Yakin a good time.
Oh, that was USA 94.
Oh, was it Italy Nigeria then?
Yeah, yeah. That was Italy knocked us out in the 94 World Cup in the second round.
Yeah, what games are on this week, man?
Oh yeah, let's see what's going on this weekend. Can you pull up the Premier
Let
League
me pull up the
games?
schedule. I think there's Newcastle versus West Ham. There's Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, Liverpool versus Norwich, Tottenham versus Manchester City, Leeds versus United, Arsenal versus. Let me see. This is EPL schedule. So these are the matches for the weekend: West Ham, Newcastle, Brentford, Arsenal, Brighton, Burnley,
Let me see
Liverpool,
what's going
Norwich.
on in Europe, though. What else is that? Is that it?
These are the matches in Premier League. In Europe, I need to check in Europe. Let me see in Europe. Oh, is there any big match in Syria? So I want to talk about something. Do you guys watch Napoli versus Barcelona yesterday?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
did,
that was a
I
good
did,
game.
I
That
did.
Give me a
was a
thing
good game.
because I watched the match yesterday. And guys, be very sincere. Is that is that a penalty? Because there's an argument that said
Yeah,
it wasn't a penalty.
it was a penalty because the defender's arm was
Mhm.
was outstretched and the ball hit his hand. It's a penalty in the new law, right?
Why are
Yeah.
they changing the law?
Nah, but
Why are
honestly,
they
man, it just pissed me off that they stopped the game for it, and then, but
exactly?
that's just what it is. It is what it is. And to be honest, Barcelona should have scored 3, 4 goals.
Ferran Torres is a class A break. Between him and Timo Werner, I don't know who's a better player. Timo Werner
No,
in
don't
terms of
do that.
chances.
Don't do
No,
that.
I'm
Don't
talking
do
about
that. He's
chance
way
miss.
better. He's way
Chance
better
miss.
than
No, I know
Werner.
he's a better player than when I'm talking about chances miss. Lord help us. Ferran Torres
Yeah,
want,
he
want to
missed a
become.
lot of chances, but honestly,
Why is he calling the
like
ball? Why is he calling it? Just play it
I
simple.
agree. I agree. Like he
Why are
missed
you
so many
doing Arutu?
chances.
Why are you doing Arutu? Why?
But what I like about him though is he's active, man. He's just getting on to he's playing the 1-2. He's making the supporting run.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get his shot off.
But Tosin,
Like
like I said
he
yesterday,
has traits, honestly, like Pep did a good job with him, man.
yeah, he did.
He has some center forward traits in him playing
Mm-hmm.
as a wide
And he
player.
has a
So
he has good positioning. I
yeah, he
like it.
does. So I think,
Like
look, man, do you know how intimidating the camp? Like, remember when we were talking about what's more
yeah,
intimidating,
exactly.
Camp
It's
Nou or
Anfield and Camp Nou.
Anfield?
Yes,
Bro,
exactly.
Camp Nou is more dude. We're talking about 100,000 people all looking at you,
And yesterday it
looking
was
down
70
at you.
something people. It was 70 something people
Yeah,
yesterday.
it was 70 some thousand, all those
Thousand.
faces, and he misses all those. Bro, he started breaking down.
Yeah, crying, yeah.
He started crying, bro.
You know what impressed me most yesterday was
That's how
Ousmane Dembele.
Camp Nou pressure is crazy,
Was
bro.
Dembele. Dembele came in yesterday. My lord in heaven.
And then
My lord.
that dude Dembele, man.
Emi,
Dembele came
Emi,
on.
if we don't get Dembele in the summer, I am gonna curse on Ganaskia big time. And I'm serious. We need
Look,
to go all
man,
out for
Abdullah, I have a connect. I'm just let you know right now. He's coming to Paris, bro.
And then
Just
I
let you
want
know.
Dembele to see. I have said it from
Look,
see.
look,
I've been shouting Dembele for a very long time.
his wife lives in Paris, bro. So,
Wow.
and she doesn't like Barca, so he's gonna live in Paris. I'm just
Wow.
letting you know, bro. I'm just letting you know. Just don't get your
Ah,
hopes up. I'm just letting you know.
I want
Wait. What was that comment? What was that comment?
I want Dembele in Chelsea. I just want him in Chelsea. Please,
Had a poor
proper
game,
baller.
but talk about my boy, boy,
Freddy,
that boy Pedri Gonzalez.
that guy is a
This guy,
is a baller.
this
I would not
guy's
see
from another. He's from another planet,
another level.
bro.
I would not lie. I would not lie. See, I would not lie. See
Who is
when I
that? Wait, who are you talking about?
That boy
Pedri,
Pedri Gonzalez, man.
Oh,
Pedri.
Pedri, they play ball. Oh. Hey.
Hey,
That,
dude,
that guy na baller.
he has magnets on his feet, bro.
Hey,
Like it's like he has a magnet on his bro. The way he receives the ball and
Yeah.
then orients himself towards the play, and he can
there
play
was a
one
ball.
touch,
There
two
was a
touch
ball he
with his
wanted to
both
pass to
feet,
Aubameyang that was telling Aubameyang to make the move. But Aubameyang was not even running. It was like
bro. And his weight of pass,
yes,
That boy is good. That Pedri
his
boy.
weight of
baller.
pass is
See,
like,
but
bro.
for me,
I'm
I
not even
like
trolling. Like when we're
I like
talking
what Barcelona
central
are doing.
midfield
I
players,
like what they're doing. Young players together, like having togetherness in them. Young
Yeah, they are
players
growing. They will grow together.
going
Yeah.
like
yeah,
going together.
yeah.
Nico
But they
Gonzalez,
need, they
Gavi,
need
Pedri,
They got Gavi too. That Gavi guy is
that
Pedri,
boy. Gavi is
Adama
nice. Gavi
Traore.
is interesting. But what's it called? It's Fati though.
Fati,
Fati
yeah,
is
when he
huge for
gets
them.
fit,
Ansu
Like
Fati.
Fati needs to be, it's their attack. I don't trust their attack because Dembele is leaving. He's
the
leaving.
better exactly is leaving.
So who are they gonna get? Like that's gonna be their head honcho. And even Dembele wasn't somebody who's gonna score goals for you. So who's that guy that's gonna score goals in their front line? They think it's Haaland.
Oh, you know the technical director Roman was the one who discovered Pedri and Gavi. Yes, yeah. I'm hearing that he wants to come to Chelsea. Roman wants him in Chelsea. The
Wait,
sporting director,
who's Roman?
the sporting director of Barcelona, the former one.
Oh, Alemani?
No,
Alemani?
no Roman, the sporting director. Yeah, he left already. He left.
Oh, he discovered Pedri. How do
Yeah,
you discover Pedri? Pedri was playing in the Canary Islands for Las Palmas, man. Like
Palmas, yeah.
everybody knew about him, bro. Bayern wanted to sign him so bad, bro. But Las
Because I
Palmas,
heard, I
this
heard
this is
this
what
thing
this is
that
what
he
this is
wants to
what
come to
those small Spanish clubs do. What they do is, with all due respect, they twerk for Real Madrid and Barcelona. So when Pedri was balling in their system, they already called Barcelona saying we have a player for you, and Barcelona signed him. Like that's really what happened. But Bayern wanted to sign Pedri too. A bunch of clubs wanted to sign Pedri on the low.
No, Pedro is a
But
baller.
it is what it is, man.
Mhm.
But yeah, Pedri is unbelievable, man. His
But we
timing,
need to
like
defend that. That
way of pass,
Gashiani,
everything, bro.
relax. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not worried.
Wait, who's out? Who's out?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Limo Bricklaner and Maspiqueta. I'm fine. I'm fine with him. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's good that they actually out so that we get to see different players.
I
Nah,
think
but
we should
honestly, you
just
guys think you're gonna. I think you guys are losing that game. Crystal Palace at the crib. You
relax.
guys don't really travel well. Like,
We have a very
looks like
good
another
record
long
against them.
game.
We
Looks
have
like
a
a
good
long
record
game
against
for you
them. I'm not
guys.
worried. I have a very good wonderful record against them. So I'm not worried.
Zaha might be.
I don't care about Zaha. Zaha can do the shenanigan and everything.
Zaha's gonna fight your whole team, bro.
Let him fight. Good guy is there. Let him fight. If it is a fighter, good guy is there. Let him fight. There's a good guy. So
Yo,
let him
honestly,
fight.
yo, I really want one of these days. I want a motherfucker to swing on Rudiger because Rudiger is annoying as shit, man.
You know the funny
Someone
part
gotta
about
swing on
you know
Rudiger,
the funny part
bro.
about
But Rudiger is strong, man. He'll beat the crap
the
out
guy's
of
a
you.
madman though. He's a madman.
He grew up in the Bronx in Berlin, man.
I just like him. Like
he ain't no
I love
joke.
his passion. But Emi, what is gonna make me sad is when Odegaard eventually just if he eventually leaves, I'm gonna be so
No,
sad.
but no, nothing. See,
You
people
know
come,
why?
people come and go.
Let me say
People
why I
come
said
and
that is.
go.
No, let me say why I said that is. I just love Rudiger charismatic as a player.
No,
He's see,
but before Rudiger, we had David Luiz, we had all those
Diego
defenders.
Costa. Mhm.
Yeah, we had those kind of. So he's gonna come, he's gonna go. There's gonna be a new set. They're gonna buy a player with that kind of character too. So, and let me tell you, have you seen what's his name? That boy, that Kunde boy. Kunde is no
I saw this
slouch
thing,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kunde.
Kunde is
Yeah,
no
I
slouch.
think Kunde. Have you seen the
Kunde
report,
is,
Emmy, that Sevilla already looking at the replacement for Kunde?
yeah, I've heard that. We all heard that
Yeah,
before,
man.
but
But
man,
don't let another club hijack that Kunde deal,
I'm
man.
praying to
I'm
God.
telling you,
I'm praying,
man, we
hey
need that
God,
Kunde.
help us. So just Kunde, I beg. Anybody should not hijack him, please. Don't buy him, please. I'm begging.
No, but
Just
I think Chelsea is favorite to get him. But if Chelsea
Yeah.
gets him and Tchouameni,
Mhm.
actually, I think
yeah. Now here comes to the new one now.
I'll sell my set.
Emmy.
Man, you
Oh,
want to talk about Tchomaeni again?
Oh, relax.
no, 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 no,
Emmy,
no,
you know
no,
the funny
no.
part? I've been watching Tchomaeni. See people have been saying Tchomaeni this. The very first time Tosin mentioned about Tchomaeni, I was like, who is this Tchomaeni guy? And I sat down. I did a proper analysis on Tchomaeni and Declan Rice. I would not lie to you, Tosin. Emmy, I would take Tchomaeni right now over Declan Rice.
Oh
Hands down.
no, better shut up, Abdullah. When we're telling you you're fighting us,
I was not fighting. No. See, this is my. No, I was not
you
fighting.
told Nana and Blue Eyes that
No,
man.
no, it
I
was
said
Nada. It was Nada and Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't me.
Abdullah backed them.
No,
Abdullah said that.
I said Declan Rice Declan Rice cannot play as a single pivot, and also he can play as a single DM. He can only play as a pivot, and also he's a good player. I didn't say he's a good player, but on the level of technicality of Tchouaméni, no. Tchouaméni is a baller. When you talk about baller, this guy remind me
Yeah,
of
he's
like
a baller.
when you talk about baller,
Like I don't like. I just never understood the comparison. Like Declan
No,
Rice
it didn't make. It never made
I
sense.
just never understood.
I think it was race. I think it was racism too. There's some racism. There's some racial tones now. Yeah, because it's night and day, bro. It's night and day. There's no comparison. Like how can you compare Tchouaméni? Declan Rice doesn't even have the technical abilities of Tchouaméni.
I'm just for
Like
me.
Declan Rice
is
makes
good,
so many
but for me,
mistakes
it's all
in the
about
game.
English. It's all
Wait.
about English hype.
Abdullah,
Mhm.
Declan Rice makes so many mistakes in the game that if not for Susek, who's playing alongside him, and
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips, in the national team, he'll always be exposed, bro. There's always his positional awareness is poor. It's poor.
Yeah, good.
It's poor. When you compare him to Tchomaeni sits in that center circle and he dictates the play, and Tchomaeni doesn't pass backwards. He's
Yep,
always looking
he
for the
doesn't.
forward pass. And he makes it look so seamless. The way the ball touches the grass when Tchomaeni flops, oh man. It's
Honestly,
so unfortunate that the guy's
I always
value has gone
believed
up
in
to
him. I
80.
always knew he was a talent, but like what made him certified for me was the Nations League final against Spain.
Oh yeah.
When he sat in that midfield with Pogba
Yeah, when he was defending,
and he
attacking,
was
doing all sorts of
defending,
stuff.
like Pogba
Like,
was struggling defensively in the first
Pogba was
half.
struggling. He was even covering
in the-
Pogba. I was like covering Pogba. I was like,
and then Tchomaeni was covering for him right there.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
The guy's a
like,
baller,
damn.
man. Unfortunately, his value's gone up, man. We would have gotten him for like less
Yeah,
than.
I can see Madrid coming in, honestly.
Madrid will probably come in, but I don't know. It depends on where he wants. If I were him, I'll go to Chelsea because Madrid.
Yeah, I think he will go to Chelsea.
Yeah, because if you go to Madrid at this age, I remember this guy, Mamadou, what's his last
Diarra.
name? Diarra. Yeah. Mamadou Diarra was so good at Lyon, right?
At Lyon, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was at Lyon because after Lyon sold Michael Essien to Chelsea, they promoted Mamadou Diarra or they bought him from somewhere. And guess what? Mamadou Diarra was so good in the Champions League. Him and Juninho were so good in that Lyon midfield. That Lyon team that won nine Ligue 1s or this 8 Ligue 1s in the 2000s.
It was him, Essien, and Juninho in that midfield.
And Benzema. And
Benzema up top, or John Carew.
Oh
and all
boy,
those guys.
They had some very, very good players. Guess what? Mamadou Diarra goes to Madrid, and his career ends. His career just went dead.
So, I mean, you know what makes me happy about this?
It was so Abdullah.
No, but he won like 2 league titles with.
Yeah, I know he did under this guy, under Capello. But the thing is this, right? Mamadou Diarra was so good. He was a sitting DM. It was a 4. What you call it, number 4? He just sat. But the problem was, Madrid at the time is the same thing that's happening to Madrid now. You understand? The same way Madrid is now, where their midfield cannot run, is the same way the midfield was in that guy's time, right? They had a lot of aging players in midfield. They had a lot of Galacticos that didn't track back to defend together. That's what I'm thinking. If Tchomaeni goes there, this current midfield of Madrid is not very functional. And if you throw him in there, I'm sorry, but they don't play. Let me tell you, they don't play the kind of football he has always played. He doesn't play on the counter. He's good playing with the possession team, right? The current Madrid team is a counter-attacking team. So he's gonna struggle if he goes to Madrid right now.
So when we're talking about Black Regista movie, I wish NK was here.
Yeah, talking about.
Does he qualify? Is Tchomaeni and Regista? Can he qualify?
Yeah,
I think he can.
He can actually, because people look at Regista, they only think of white players. Black players are also registered. Mikel was a register at Chelsea.
Was a register.
Mm-hmm.
Mikel was the first register for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying this thing for a long time. We need a Mikel replacement. Please.
And that is this boy. This is the boy.
This is the guy. I've been shouting on social media for a long time. I need a Mikel replacement. Give me a Mikel replacement for I want dominant midfielder.
I don't think. All you guys. Let me just say this, right. All these guys always saying we need Rice and Tchomaeni in the same team. Chelsea is not going to buy Rice and Tchomaeni. They're only going to buy one of them, and it's going to be Tchomaeni. Rice will have to go find his level somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
We're not buying both players because there's no need to buy both players. We have a lot of box to box.
You already have a great. Yeah, you already have a.
We have an array of time. Okay, let me tell people this. Why would I buy? Why would I buy a Declan Rice when I have a Conor Gallagher, who is technically better and who actually drives to the ball and who can score and who can pass and who can do all those things that Declan Rice and who can defend that rugged passion defending that people call about Declan Rice? Why should I buy him? Because he's taller or because he can play center back? People always say, "Oh, he can play center back." It's not about center back, bro. We have center backs
We
that
have
play
so many
center
center
back.
back. So
We have
many.
enough center backs. We don't
Yeah.
need someone that's going to play center. We're not looking for new center backs, right?
Nope.
So Declan Rice as a midfielder, and and all our other midfielders, I'll take
Ah,
our
see
other.
baller.
I
Tosin,
can't see.
Let me see baller.
I can't take Declan Rice over Kovacic. Though.
See baller. See baller.
And the way this guy tackles hard. Hey,
Tosin, see pass. See pass.
oh, you guys are saying,
Ah,
say, no,
see
Declan Rice,
baller.
Declan Rice. Oh, I think I'll take Declan Rice. I was like, dude, have you watched this boy? Hey, it's hard for me to give a player before Fabregas will actually asserting that a player is almost as good as he is. Man, bro.
Yeah, Fabregas, he got the Fabregas stamp of approval. So.
Oh boy. When Fabregas says this guy is a number 8, a number 10, and he's developed, he's a number 6 and number 8, and he's developing to be a number 10. There's only let me tell you, Abdullahi, there's only one midfielder in world football that is a 6, 8, and 10, and that's Luka Modric. Outside of Luka Modric, there's no one else, bro. There's no one else. You can go look around. Tell me someone that is 6, 8, and 10. Nobody.
Verratti, man. Verratti.
No. Verratti. No.
Verratti he can play as a 6.
He can play 6.
He can also play 2. He can also play 8.
Okay, he can't really play 10. That's fair.
He can't play 10. Really play. Yeah. You know what is that he plays 6, 8, and 10? That means he can play across the entire midfield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He can develop it.
In his younger years, he could, though. He could play 10 in his younger years. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So for this guy to be able to play 6, 8, and 10, oh, bro.
Tchomaeni.
I don't even know why Chelsea didn't buy him this summer. I don't know why, but you know what I believe, right? I believe a deal has been done with Monaco, to get Tchomaeni for Chelsea, right? And I think that's why Monaco. Wait. I think that's why Monaco increased the value of Tchomaeni like this winter. If you notice, his value has gone up to 83 million pounds, right? Mm-hmm. Guess why they did that? They did that because Chelsea probably has already gotten this guy. Everything is done. They just don't want to announce him, not to throw off his season currently with Monaco. Because if people like Madrid know that this guy is available for 60, they'll buy him.
Yeah.
And they'll put pressure on him. No, they'll put pressure on him, and it might hurt his season, right? So I know the way Chelsea does business these days is very quiet. I won't be surprised, quote me, by April, Chelsea announced that they signed Tchomaeni.
It's possible. Very possible.
Yep.
Chelsea does. Chelsea is very possible because we do stuff like that a lot. So it's very possible.
Chelsea, when we're buying those, when we're buying Timo Werner, Zhu,
it was very quiet.
It was quiet. Yeah. Nobody knew.
Even every week it was quiet.
Every 2 weeks, you just get
was boom. 65 million. Loan back to Monaco. Loan back to Dortmund. I was like, what?
Yeah. Everything Chelsea these days, I don't trust what the journalists say, like Matlaw, until Matlaw just spills a lot of crap, I don't think you guys
bullshit.
Bull
crap. That's what they said. Because Chelsea want to sign. Chelsea doesn't announce their signing. They don't announce it. They don't even loud it. You're just gonna wake up one day like Chelsea sign who? Are you trying to joke me right now? That's how we want. That's how we want as a club. We don't need to shout when we want to sign. Just sign it because the social media I've been shouting Declan Rice this. I know Declan Rice is good, but is it on the level of Tchomaeni?
No.
Nope.
And guess what? Declan Rice is now a box-to-box midfielder. We have a lot of box-to-box midfielders.
We have too much box-to-box.
Yeah, we have too many box-to-box. We have too many, but we don't have a sitting DM that can play in case Jorginho is
yes, out, right? I've been shouting a lot. I need John Obi Mikel replacement, and
So
this
now
is
that we have, if Chelsea can get Tchomaeni, they still need a playmaker
a
that can
playmaker.
actually dribble like a Deco. If they
Like a,
get
yeah.
someone like a Deco with Tchomaeni and
Maybe like
and get
Paulo Dybala. Maybe someone
and
like
get
Paulo Dybala.
yeah, someone like Paulo. See what I want Chelsea to do: 4 transfers: Paulo Dybala, Dembele,
Dembele,
Tchomaeni,
Tchouaméni,
Kunde. Get
Koundé.
those 4 players, and Chelsea's balling, man. See
Tosin, I'm
Tosin
serious.
laughing. No, I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Tosin, 2 of those players
Hey
are
man,
free.
stop.
They're
Don't
free.
let
They're
me
free,
choke.
right?
Don't let me
Two of
choke.
them are free. Dybala and Dembele are free
Are free,
transfers,
yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're free transfers.
But
So
the wage, by looking at the wages is
it's
gonna
not
be
about the wages will be fine. They can amortize the wages.
Yeah.
But the thing, what I'm just saying is this, right? If Chelsea gets those 4 players, Man City needs to watch their back, man, because Chelsea's coming.
yes.
Dybala,
If you get this players,
imagine Dybala,
Tchouaméni, Koundé,
Dybala, Havertz, and a front four of Dybala, Havertz, Lukaku, and Ziyech. Oh my God, scary.
that's pass, creative.
That's scary, man.
And you put in Dembele in there, that's a dribbler. You are dead.
Yeah,
That's a dribbler.
there's Dembele
Dembele
too.
there.
And then you just have Tchomaeni just controlling the midfield with Kunde overlapping as if man,
You just be seeing possession.
mental, man.
You see, Tosin, that's what you be seeing pass. When you want release ball, pass now, pass. Just say passing.
Yeah,
You know, see
I think we'll buy those 4 players. Man City will know that there's something coming up. Chelsea will be cooking. Yep, they know Chelsea will be cooking because you can't have a team that has all the players that we have currently. Then you bring in Dybala, Dembele, Tchouaméni,
Koundé,
and Kunde. Those are all champions. Those are players that are going to make the team, go
much better.
much like 5 gears up, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Because
wait.
Dybala
Okay,
can
wait.
create
Let me
and
guys
stuff.
ask you advice from my own club, right? So
Mhm.
Mbappe, it's over. Like he's
Yeah, I
gonna go to
know.
Real Madrid. Okay,
Mhm.
he's gonna go to Real Madrid.
Mhm.
Don't say and Holland. There's been reports that Holland has already reached a quote unquote verbal agreement with Real Madrid,
I saw it too.
and they've tied it up legally. Perez has tied it up legally and stuff.
Yeah.
So and the thing with Holland is, ideally, they want to sign him in 2023. But if they have to sign him then and there, they might have to bin Benzema. But
Somebody
and he'll
said
do that.
it on them. Was in the HH Hangout? Is it you? I'm not sure.
No,
Somebody said
it
that
was Red Devil. It was Red Devil Studio.
Red Devil said he's not gonna be surprised if Perez just come in and just throw Dembele and just throw Benzema out of the way and said
Yeah,
Alan
but
is coming.
that'll be a mistake, but that'll be good for some teams like PSG. PSG brings Benzema, and Benzema will ball with Neymar and Messi very
Yeah.
well,
No,
very
no,
well.
no, no, no. So wait. Look, should we go for in that situation with Mbappe and Holland off the market? Who do you go for if you're the sporting director of PSG? Like,
I
I go
think
for
for me,
Benzema.
I think firstly, when you bring Zidane, that's a winner. Firstly, that is still different identity into the club, dressing room. For me, I think the only 2 players I can think of my head is Rafinha of Leeds United and Joao Felix of Atletico Madrid. Because now you have a proper baller in your team. That's a creative player that can replace Mbappe goals and assists in your team. That is the thing.
That's true.
That can go. If I'm talking about goals and assists, Felix can do it on a consistent level with the nothing in. And Rafinha is a baller. He can create, he can score, he can do so many things in your team that be like, wow.
Let me ask you real quick before I go. Abdullahi,
Mhm.
Rafinha or Dembele, who will you take?
I'll take Dembele.
What about you, Tosin?
I prefer Dembele.
To Rafinha?
Rafinha has quality. The thing with Rafinha
But he's
though is
still raw, right?
he's not explosive. Like he
He's
doesn't
still
beat
raw.
players. Yeah, like and he's he's also like I've noticed that he's been super inconsistent
Yeah.
recently. Yeah, with Leeds. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think
Maybe it's
Dembele.
because he has something over his head. Maybe the
No, I
a
think
transfer.
he's getting a lot of
Yeah,
offers.
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, if he were to come in as our Di Maria replacement or something, yeah, man, he'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, brothers,
Exactly.
I have to go, man. Nice one chatting. We'll probably talk over the weekend, huh?
Surely.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Massive appreciation. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys. Guys, peace, everybody. God bless and stay safe,
Yeah,
guys.
peace, y'all.
Mr. Yasser Said, God bless you too, brother, for coming on. Everybody for coming on. Tom for coming on, guys. Really appreciate. Try talk CFC, guys. Support my boy. Try talk TFC. He's a wonderful guy. He's a wonderful Chelsea fans too, guys. Like that vid, subscribe, smash that like button, guys. Smash that likes, guys. Smash that likes button. My people, smash that like, guys. Smash it. Like that vid, guys. Guys, we have to get to 2,000, guys. We can do it. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers, guys. Let's get there, guys. We can do it. Let's get there. Let's get there, guys. Let's get there. 2,000 sub. Let's get there, guys. We can do it. Like the vid, subscribe. Like the vid, subscribe. Like the vid, subscribe. God bless. Have a wonderful night, guys. Peace out, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Lovely weekend. Football, and the preparation for the UEFA champions. UEFA champions, guys. Like the vid, subscribe. Massive appreciation for you guys. Have a wonderful night. God bless. Stay safe and peace out, guys. Peace.